I hear it. I hear something. Oh. Wait. I hear it. I hear something. Wait.
Working?
I hear it. I hear something. Wait.
Working?
I hear it.
Yep.
I hear it. Yeah, we're good. I hear it. I hear something.
All right. Excellent.
We're good.
We got it.
Go ahead. Introduce. Everything's
So,
good.
all right. Yes, so for our first ever D&D live stream, I am the game master for today. I am Thanazrael, or Leo. I think a good way to start things off would be introducing yourselves and your characters. For the character introduction, I'd recommend character name, character pronouns, as well as a brief description of what your character looks like. Any preference for going first?
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first since I'm the first.
Sounds good.
My character is named Kovou. He's a human fighter who is a samurai. And he kind of looks like your typical Japanese man.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go. My character's name is Falros. It is a cleric rogue. He is a cleric rogue. And he sort of is wearing kind of darkish robes, half elf, so it seems pretty much human with kind of like pointy ears, sort of like olive skin. Nothing too crazy. Got some dark hair. Pretty just normal looking guy. Not much going on.
And then lastly, my character, her name is Azurea. Same pronouns that I go by. She is a water genasi ranger, monster slayer. I would say, like, imagine as far as look goes, I imagine like Avatar style, like the CGI Avatar characters. But she doesn't have like their hair type. She has long red hair like mine. So that is my character.
I will say my characters sometimes will put
All
on
right.
if need be.
Of course. All right, so with characters introduced, with Azurea, Falros, and Kovou assembled, I'm going to start you in media res here, just to get things going. You are all currently aboard a ship. You've been on this ship for days. What is the name of your ship?
Okay.
I don't know.
The Flaming Pony.
The flaming pony,
The
I love
flaming
it.
foam.
All right.
The Flaming
Assembled
Pony.
aboard the Flaming Pony.
Yeah, the Flaming Pony, baby.
Yes. The Flaming Pony, a swift-moving sloop, which unfortunately has currently been ensnared in Sargasso for days. A heavy fog has completely obscured the horizon, and you've been trapped here for some time. Food and water have grown scarce.
Okay. Hi everyone. We've been stuck here for a little bit. What do we want to do about this here? It seems like it's just heavy fog.
There's been heavy fog due to the fact that there's the Sargasso, this heavy mass of seaweed has ensnared your ship, and you've been trapped here for some time.
Can I try? I'm gonna try something. I'll just cast Sacred Flame, which is radiant, and kind of just shoot it out at the seaweed and see if anything happens.
Okay, so you stand at the edge of the Flaming Pony, and you begin to call upon your deity, Baal. As you begin to shine down the sacred light of your deity, you see there's a bit of kind of smoldering rising up from the seaweed. There's a point of light that you created, but as you watch, you see others in the fog. Other points of light.
Okay, there's something in the light.
Uh-oh.
Hey, yo, everybody, look at the character sheets right now.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Can anybody does anybody have like a torch or some light that we can?
I
So,
don't.
I can actually see in dim light.
sure.
So
I have dark vision 60 feet.
yeah, I have dark vision
Can I
60.
use what was it? Can I use gust of wind to make like a hole in the fog?
Absolutely. Yes,
How
you
would
begin
I
to
do that?
channel on the elemental powers of air. The fog around begins to shift and swirl, pushing back and blowing away. Although you are still immured in the thick mass of seaweed, you can now see a bit more clearly. You see that rising up from the tangled mass of brown and green algae is something large that's beginning to slither up the side of your ship.
Guys, do you guys see that? Do you guys see that?
I see it.
I see it a
Wait a
little
minute.
bit.
There's a wet
I'll
thwacking sound as it
wait.
clangs
Okay,
its limbs against the side of the flaming
I'm
boat.
gonna invoke duplicity. Just as a prep
sounds good.
thing. Just so I have my illusion. I'll keep the illusion next to me for right now.
Yeah, so you shimmer and a copy of yourself appears.
Yeah.
With that done, I believe it is time for initiative at this point. So one house
Sure.
rule I like to use that I'll be using here is I like to roll initiative every round. How we'll do it is I will tell you the monster's initiative. If you roll higher than the monster's initiative, you can act in whatever order you like before the monster. If you roll equal to or lower the monster's initiative, you act in whatever order you like after the monster. The monster's initiative this round is 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So we all roll for
I
initiative.
literally
or
get a
one
plus
person
4 to
does?
initiative. So I get
That is correct.
17.
Yes, you'll want to roll a d20, and then you'll add the bonus. 17?
I got 17.
Yeah, you'll just want to get either before or after, which in this case, it's a 4, so pretty easy to beat.
I got a
I
5.
get plus 4.
I got a 4.
That does make it easier.
I got a 5.
You
4
also
total?
I have a +1 to initiative, so 5.
5. Okay, so I think everyone is acting before the monster.
Yeah.
Can we
So yeah,
see-
you
can
have
we see where it
activated
is?
your power of your deity to call upon a... yes, you can. So about halfway up the side of your boat, which is not a terribly large boat, there is this, what looks like a mass of seaweed, or either someone covered in seaweed, that is slowly climbing up. It is currently about 10 feet below the railing on the side of the ship.
Okay.
So who wants to go? I'm not usually. One of you guys can go first while I kind of.
Okay. I'll go investigate.
You hang back a little bit.
I'll let
All
them
right.
go first, and then I'll.
So yes, there's these... Seems fair. But yeah, you see there's this massive seaweed about the size of an ogre currently climbing up your ship slowly.
Okay.
Mm,
I don't think we can just let it hang there.
Yeah, I'll send. So I'll back up a little bit away from it, and I'll send my duplicate out within. Can I get it within 60 feet? The duplicate.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, great. I'll have my duplicate cast Sacred Flame onto the thing. So you have to do dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save?
Yes.
All right. Your AC is definitely above a 12, so
Yes,
it
it's a
fails.
15. Okay, so that's 2d8. I have 2d8 here. So do I add anything to that? No, I don't. It's literally just it. Okay.
By default, you do not for spells.
So 7 damage of radiant. Yes.
All right. So holding your holy symbol, you gesture out towards the creature, and for a moment it kind of flickers and shimmers. There's the foul stench of what smells like burning, rotting seaweed. It is still on the side of the ship. Well, you have injured it. You seem to have not injured it severely.
Okay, but that does.
mm,
That did definitely hurt it, yes.
Let's have a-
Is it like it's a
So
monster?
yes, what
yeah?
would
I've done my turn, so it's you
it
guys.
looks like a blob of mobile seaweed.
Just a blob of seaweed.
Blob of seaweed.
You guys should probably. I think you guys attack. That might
Mhm.
be just to see kind of what it's it.
The creature itself is about the size of a horse.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to go?
I'd like to use flight to get a closer look at whatever it is.
Light.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you call upon your command of air. Again, as before, as you pushed away the fog, similarly you pull up the air, whirling around you now. You rise a couple feet off the deck and kind of hover off the side, now examining the port side of the ship. As you're peering at the creature, you see again it's this dripping wet thing, roughly in a humanoid shape, although seemingly headless, that is climbing up the side of the ship. Strange bubbling sounds and gurgling sounds come from it, and the smell is horrific, like rotting plant life, really. Or I guess algae, so not quite plant life.
Okay. I think we should kill it.
Yeah, go ahead, attack it. Or was flight a spell or an ability that you used?
That is a bonus action for you, I believe.
Okay.
Let me check that for you. Yeah, I should say on there that's either an action or a bonus action. So Kovou has...
That is a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, so you still have your action, which means you could attack if you like.
I'll do an attack. Which would be... Is it AC? No, that's not AC.
So you unsheath your sword, which I believe is named Talon of Fushin.
Yes. And...
So if you'd like to attack, you're going to go ahead and roll a d20 and add the bonus listed dex to it.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. We're learning characters as we're going. So.
Yeah.
Give us patience on this first battle.
So I got a 17 plus 7.
That will absolutely... that is well above and beyond the armor class of your opponent. So that means you'll go ahead and roll the damage listed next to it, which I believe is 2d6 plus 4, yes?
Let me check. 2d6 plus 4. Yep. Alright.
And you also have the ability to reroll 1s and 2s one time because you have great weapon and fighting style.
Alright. 6 damage. Plus 4, 10.
If this thing is
10,
like
okay.
If this thing is
you leave into this thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Yes, you cleave into it, your blade snicker-snacking its way through the pulpy mass of seaweed or kelp. Again, there's a burst of that foul, rotting smell. But you seem to have sliced into it pretty well.
Okay.
Finally, Azurea, what would you like to do?
We haven't killed it yet, no?
No, we have not.
It seems to be mildly injured.
Then I would like to use Water's Touch to attack it.
All right. Yes, you'll kind of climb up a little ways, and you'll ready your bow. You put a kind of bow, lower the bow, aim at it. Go ahead and make an attack roll. So we'll be adding +9 to that, I believe, to a d20 roll.
10.
With this 9 or before the 9?
That is after the 9.
Oh, so you rolled a natural 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
So what happens is you ready your bow, and you get the arrow ready. You're all ready to go. You know, your bow, Water's Touch, has been with you for years. It's been an effective weapon. Unfortunately, due to the sea air, you have not properly strung it today, and so that you get ready to fire, and it just doesn't have the strength you need behind it. So the bow kind of just fires an arrow that awkwardly clatters across the deck.
Oh,
Oh no.
I was expecting that thing to break.
Oh no.
Oh no, not. It is a weapon. Named weapons are a little bit tougher. Had it been a regular bow, then yes, it probably would have broken potentially.
Yeah.
I will note you do still have a bonus action if you'd like to use it. I think you have a couple options for things to do with that. Oh, I also realized. One moment. Both of you who made attacks, both have the extra attack ability. So that means that we'll go back and we'll jump back real quick. You are welcome to make a second attack with each of your weapons.
I don't have that.
I have it.
Yeah, it's Kovou and Azurea both have the extra attack ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since they're both
So, yeah.
warrior type characters of higher than level 5.
So that d20 is 7 plus 7, which is 14. And
All right.
2...
You cleave into it, trying to stab away at it. Unfortunately, you do not beat its armor class. So as you're trying to hack and slash at it, it's just kind of has this thick, rubbery texture, and you aren't able to get another firm blow on it. You keep kind of slipping off and striking the deck of the ship. Meanwhile, though, Azurea, you are welcome to make a second bow attack with Water's Touch.
Okay. I rolled a 12 plus 9, 21.
That will definitely hit. Would you like to make this target your favorite foe?
Why not? Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you'll be dealing D8 plus D6 plus 4 damage.
Is your favorite foe undead? Or is that something else? I have no idea.
So instead of using favorite enemy, we're using the revised version of Ranger from Tasha's, which has features.
Sorry, what did you say? Roll a D what?
You want to roll a D8, a D6, and add 4 to it.
8. D8 is 8. D6. 1 second.
Question. Is Kovou within melee range?
Kovou is within melee range, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, D6 was 6, and then plus 4 to it is 18.
All right, that arrow strikes true, flying through the creature and driving right into the center of it. I've heard it quite a bit. You hear almost kind of a whistling sound coming from it now.
Whistling.
Like high. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, like a high-pitched whistling or hissing sound coming from it now. Unless you have a bonus action you'd like to take, I believe that is all of your actions. So we're now on to the monster's turn. The creature, still on the side of the ship, is going to clamber up to the top, still staying nearby to Kovou, and will proceed to reach 2 tentacular arms made of thick, ropey kelp towards you. So I'm going to make attack rolls against you. Kovou, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 13.
13.
What?
All right. Both of those attacks will be hitting you.
Okay.
All right.
So, the first attack will crash into you for a grand total of 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second one will strike you for a further 11 for 20 damage total. As this thing just crashes into you like some sort of wild beast.
Okay.
Additionally, after both of those attacks hit you, it will proceed to pull you into its mass. The creature is now grappling you. You are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
Oh,
Okay.
help, please.
Help,
Question.
help.
Question. I have a question.
Indeed.
If I use a
Mhm.
like if my duplicate's out in front, if my duplicate uses a spell, and since there's someone within 5 feet, do I get sneak attack damage with a spell?
Generally speaking, so is it an attack spell?
Uh.
Oh, sorry, no. You only get sneak attack with weapon damage.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So there are some rare cases where things like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade would be a spell attack that you can't get sneak attack with because it's a spell attack that is actually a weapon attack. Generally speaking, unfortunately, no. But yes. So that was its action. I believe we are back to initiative now.
What's your
So
health
go
at?
ahead and
Oh, I guess you
roll.
can't say.
Do I get to roll, or am I just?
You're all going to say how many hit points you have. You still get an action. The initiative
Okay.
you're trying to beat is 17.
I got a 19, baby.
Nope,
got a
I didn't beat it.
I got a 19 as well.
I didn't
All right,
beat
you'll
it.
be
Well,
going
plus
first.
3, I got 22.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going first. So the two of you are welcome to act before the monster if you have an order you'd like to act in.
You can go first
y'all
if you'd
have
like.
I'm just chilling my back.
You can
I
go
don't know if
first,
there's
you're the one
much
that's
I can-
captive.
I don't know if there's much I can do since I'm.
True, you have been
really
devoured by
restrained.
thing. So while you're inside the creature, being restrained means you can still attack, but you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls. That also
Alright,
means your
I'll
movement
try
speed
to
happens to be
attack
0
then.
at the moment.
I'll try to attack them.
Alright. Yes. So you are welcome to make 2 attacks with your sword. Other options you have is you also could use second wind to regain some of that 20 hit points you just lost. You also could use your fighting spirit bonus action instead if you like to take away that disadvantage.
Yeah, actually, I would do the fighting spirit and take away the disadvantage.
Sounds good. Yes, so you gain 5 temporary hit points, which means you'll ignore the next 5 points of damage you take. And you will have advantage on your attack rolls, disadvantage negates that, so it comes into regular attack rolls. If you would like to go even further, you're also welcome to use your action surge this round to make 4 attacks instead of 2.
Ooh. Well, since I'm about to like get eaten, I'm gonna use my action surge as well.
Nice.
Probably a good plan.
Yeah. So, my first roll was a nat 1.
Hmm.
The second roll is a
Okay, and unfortunately, yeah,
19.
you're just getting used to you're trapped inside a creature trying to leverage it. That will hit.
Okay. The third roll is another nat 1.
Go ahead and do all your attack rolls. Yeah, it must not be your luck, seems, being trapped inside a monster and rolling natural ones to hit. And on the fourth one?
11.
Is that with your bonus?
Oh yeah, with the bonus. Let me see.
Because with your bonus, that would be +7.
Okay. With the bonus, it would be +7, so that'd be 18 on the last one.
All right. So yeah, natural ones always miss, but you got 2 attacks that did hit. So you're welcome to go ahead and roll those 4d6 +8
How
between
are
the 2
you looking
attacks
on
there.
health, Kovou?
I have... How much do I have? I have 37 health right now.
I believe 32 hit points left. Oh yeah, and then 5 temporary.
5
hit points,
temporary. So, all right. The first d6 was a 5 plus 4. I'm gonna re-roll the 1. That's a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So, the first attack does
15 so far.
Yeah. And
All right. Yes, you hack and cleave through it. Those who are standing outside the beast see a sword suddenly burst through the thing as you are slashing away at it.
okay. On the
Wild.
second attack, I got a
and let's see you
6.
for the second one.
And another 6 plus 4. That's
10.
that's
18 more.
yeah.
Oh, whoa. Holy.
Oh,
I
sorry,
was like
16 more. I can count.
16.
I was like,
16.
64 is 10, not...
Yeah, I said it's the confidence that makes it work. You know, yeah, 16 more damage. The trick is, yeah, if I don't correct myself, I'll just do extra damage to the monster, I guess. Yes, so you hack through it pretty well. Those 2 attacks, basically, again, there's the blade cuts through it one way, cut through it the other way. Bits of seaweed are kind of falling off this thing that's lumbering around trying to suffocate you. Again, you still can't see or breathe, but you are fighting pretty well through it. Let's see here. It is now Azurea's action, I believe.
Can I cast Hunter Sense here? To see, like, if
Let's
there's...
see here. So you can use Hunter Sense in action.
Yeah. I'd like to do that.
Alright, so you begin to focus on the creature using your abilities to discern its weaknesses. The creature itself, let's see, you believe you learn damage types? Yes, that is correct. Alright. The creature has resistance to cold and fire damage and is immune to lightning damage. It has no vulnerabilities.
I was
That's
thinking...
fantastic.
Okay, that's good to know.
You still have your bonus action if you'd like to use it.
Let me see. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast.
I believe
Slasher
the
Spray.
main option you
Spray.
have. Slasher Spray. All right. Yeah. So you kind of focus on this monster. So it is now both your foe and your prey, which means that when you hit it, you'll be doing an extra 2d6 damage.
Okay.
All right. So that is both of your turns. It is now back to the monster's turn. So, Kovou, since you are still devoured by this creature, you're still engulfed by it, could you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, it's about
Is that a
Which I believe you have
D20?
proficiency in.
If I get poisoned.
D20, yeah. Almost everything will be D20s.
Okay. That's a 9 plus.
Saving throw.
What's my savings row? Plus 5.
I
which
believe it is
is
plus
14.
5 for you, so under your proficiency. All right, 14 damage. Sorry, 14 damage. 14 is exactly what you need to make that saving throw. So despite its attempts to crush you, you are not further injured. Although you still can't breathe. The good news is you have very high cons. You can go for a while without breathing. Let's see here. So, because you are still engulfed by it, I'm going to start lumbering on towards... you have a bow, and your duplicate is 60 feet away from it. I'm assuming that, Falros, you are also trying to stay not close to it?
Yeah, I'm like, so I can move. Let's see, I can move the duplicate. I'll just double check here. The duplicate can move. It has to stay within 120 feet. So if it's like, it's 60, and then I'm like maybe another 30 feet behind it. I don't know how big the boat is, but however far back I go.
The Flame Pony is not a huge ship.
Okay. So
Yeah, the Flame Pony is a ship that is intended for a crew of about 4 or 6 people tops.
okay, so
So it's only probably about maybe 30 feet from end to end or so.
Great. My duplicate is 20 feet up, and I am 30 feet back. So that way I'm 10 feet behind the duplicate.
Seems fair.
Maybe, you know, like I'm kind of like...
All right. So... but yeah, so between the two of you, I think the creature is going to start lumbering towards our friendly ranger Azurea, since you have caused more damage to it. And it is going to try to start wailing on you.
Fun.
What is your armor class, please?
My armor class is 15.
All right. So it over to you. You managed to nimbly duck out of the way of the first attack, which makes you smash off part of the railing inside of the ship. The second one, however, proceeds to club into you. You will be taking 17 points of damage as it crushes you. Luckily, you managed to keep your footing, but this thing does hit hard.
Oh.
That was its turn. We are now on to Falros, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to have my duplicate shoot out... Let's do Guiding Bolt.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, so I'll roll.
I believe that is attack roll on your part.
14.
14 total?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that will not hit. So you hurl this bolt of light, again holding your holy symbol. But unfortunately, it seems that divine favor is not with you today, as the bolt of light simply disappears into the fog a ways off.
Okay. I can still bonus action. I'll cast, or can I cast another spell as a bonus? Can I cast another spell as a bonus action?
You can only cast one non-spell in a round.
Okay, then I can't do it.
So, for example, you could cast like a cantrip and then have used a bonus action spell, or vice versa. I don't think there's any bonus action cantrips I can think of off the top of my head.
I let's see. No, I can't do anything. Unfortunately, that's it.
Yeah, you could use one of your. Yeah.
All
right. So yeah, you heard a lot there. I imagine you're kind of standing back now.
Can I have my duplicate kind of just start like dancing?
Absolutely, of course you can.
Okay, great.
I mean, how else are you to celebrate the demise of your allies?
Yeah. Kind of lure. Okay, we'll see.
Right.
I think we are back to rolling initiative now. The number you're trying to beat this time is 14.
Nice, got it.
I got
That's
19.
17.
I got 10.
No.
I'm gonna
All right, so you'll be going after. The other two of you will be going first.
Do you guys want?
Falros, you want to try to redeem yourself after that last
Do you
one?
guys want damage or healing?
Considering how much damage we both took, probably healing.
Okay, because I can only heal one. For
How much damage did you take?
Right now I have 37 health out of 52.
Okay,
So that's like 15.
I have 35 out of 52, so I took 17.
I think I can wait one more round.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can still wait.
Probably can afford to wait around, yeah.
It appears like it can do like 25 max, maybe. So.
I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? A couple of hits, you know.
Screw it. My character doesn't like healing. We're guiding bolt.
I mean,
again.
yeah, who needs healing?
Guiding bolt again with my
Fair.
duplicate. Boom.
Nice.
Duplicate. My dancing duplicate.
Again, yes,
is shooting a guiding
you
bolt.
call. Of course, yeah. You call on Baal, hoping that this time the masked god will give you what you need.
15.
A 15 will hit.
Yes.
The armor class of the creature, as it seems, is 15 exactly.
Yeah. Okay. 4d6.
So go ahead and roll that pile of d6s. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. 11.
All right. Yeah, so the blast of radiant energy, and unfortunately, 11, a little on the low side for damage.
Yeah,
So I think,
rolled two
again,
ones.
maybe it's just something with Bale. Maybe it did something. Maybe that's why. You're not sure what exactly.
I'm gonna have to
But the
roll
blast
first.
of radiant light does injure the creature.
Alright.
And is currently now kind of has a eerie glow about it. So the attack roll made against the creature will have advantage.
Yes. So
Speaking of the next attack roll against the creature having advantage, it is currently our friendly ranger's turn.
you get advantage on this attack.
I'll just cast, let's see. Let me see. I'll just cast a Water's Touch, so it's a...
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
or fire water stuff.
What did you say? Sorry.
The bow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you would like to fire the bow? So I will
Yes.
note the creature is currently in melee with you, so you would have disadvantage.
Ooh.
However, if you
Okay.
like, you could use your bonus action to cast Misty Step and teleport away from it before making your bow attack.
Let's do that.
Okay. So calling upon the fog around you and the water that you're in tune with, being an elemental being connected to said water, you proceed to shimmer and ripple for a moment before reappearing on the opposite side of the ship. Now you're able to range attack roll with advantage.
Okay. Then it's we're doing...
So you're going to roll the D.
which one?
You roll the d20 twice,
D20
and then you
twice.
take the higher roll.
So you'll be rolling the D. Yes, and you'll add +9 to it because you have a very high attack bonus to your bow.
Okay, so that was an 8.
This sounds like you guys are leaving me to die.
I got an 8
I
and a
look
16.
Yeah, from the inside, we were just suffocating and all that.
I got an 8 and then I got a 16, so I'm taking 16 because that's the higher roll, and then adding +9 you said, so that...
And 25 will definitely hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
You're welcome to go ahead and roll up the D8 plus 2d6 plus 4 damage.
D8. So it's 6.
The chat arcane lore is going crazy right now.
6 plus 2d6. 3
As it should.
plus 6. And then you said D8 plus 2d6 plus what?
Plus 4, because you just have a flat plus 4 bonus.
Okay, so 19 total.
19 damage. And also, don't forget, I don't think it's relevant in this roll because it's a pretty solid roll, but you are able to, once per turn, re-roll damage dice on your range attacks, or on your, because you have the piercer feat.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep that 19. I'm gonna keep
All
that
right,
19.
so 19 damage. That hurt it pretty well. Seems fair. I will note, you do also get your second attack this round, although this one does not have disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, let's...
One of the rare water touching it?
Yeah. Hold on, I couldn't really hear. What did you say? I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
Yes, I will note, this attack roll, it's... so you'll be making another attack with Water's Touch if you like. I will note, since you've already used both of your features there, Favored Foe as well as Slayer's Prey, this one will just be a D8 plus 4 damage, no special bonuses.
Okay. D8 plus 4.
If and you hit, that is.
Okay, so that's a 1 plus 4. I got a 5 total.
Nice.
Oh wait, did you make the attack roll first?
Oh, let me do that. Let's do...
That'd be handy.
Attack roll. Got a 7. And then...
Okay, that will definitely hit. All right.
Cool.
So I will note, because you do have the Piercer, you are welcome to re-roll that D8 and hopefully not get another 1.
Let's do that. I got a 2. I got a 2.
It's better than 1.
Yeah.
Hey! I mean, that is better than 1. So you're striking for additional 6 points of damage. As you're hurling arrows at it wildly, they're puncturing through this thing. Like, bits of it are falling off and landing all over the deck. You seem to have heard it pretty well, mostly in this one round. All right. So I believe is everyone who's acting before the monster. So it is now the monster's action. At the start of the monster's turn, could our poor, devoured, engulfed fighter please make another con save?
Yeah.
As your friends leave you to die, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what'd be really helpful right now?
Hmm.
Another player, maybe someone.
Maybe
named
specifically
Corman-
someone named, I don't know, Angus?
Angus Corman. I don't know. That might be helpful.
Could be handy. You know, in a hypothetical circumstance.
I got a 7 total on my con save.
Okay. This time, as you're being just crushed and compacted by the bulk of the thing, also the fact that people keep shooting arrows at you through it, you are taking a grand total of 10 points of damage as it is constricting and crushing you. So you lose those 5 temporary hit points, you take 5 points of actual damage. So I believe
Alright.
you are now at 22 hit
27.
points. Yeah, you're starting not to feel so well. Is that... oh, yes, because you reduced it because of the temporary points. That is correct, yes. All right. You're also having a hard time breathing at this point. Again, just it is crushing the air out of you. As all this is happening, because the two of you who are not currently devoured by it have backed a pretty good ways away from it to the other side of the ship. As it's lumbering, battered, holes in it, all that, just from being so wailed on, really. You see it lumber towards the side of the ship and jump overboard, back
What?
into the Sargasso Sea.
Wait.
Wait.
You're water. Wait. You're a water person, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Also note, meanwhile, it will keep wailing on your fighter since it has no other targets it can hit, and so we'll be hitting you for some extra damage here.
Oh,
That's great.
Fun.
Thanks,
Alright.
guys.
The good news is you're only taking 23 damage total because I rolled pretty bad.
Oh, only
Oh.
27.
As it continues to just crush you into almost unconsciousness.
I got you. Don't worry. I got
I
you.
have 4 health left,
Only
guys.
23.
Only 23, yeah.
Oh god, only 23.
So as you're now down at single-digit hit points and down, sinking into the ocean now, really your allies are just leaving you to die, clearly. It is your action. You do have a couple of ways of getting more hit points. You could either use Second Wind, or you could call on your Fighting Spirit an additional time.
Okay. I'm gonna do Second Wind, which is a D10 plus 6.
Sounds good.
That's a 2 plus 6 is 8. Which would be...
At least you're back in double digits.
Yeah. I'm at 12.
And I will note, if you would like to escape the grapple, you are also welcomed to roll to do so if you want to do that instead of attacking.
Yeah. Let's just try to escape.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Sounds good. So you will be making either an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Let's do an...
I think acrobatics is a higher bonus for you.
Yeah, let's do acrobatics.
Sounds good.
I got a 8 total.
8 total. So 4 on the die.
Yep.
It seems like the powers that be want you to just be eaten by a plant thing as you sink into the
You're
ocean.
right.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you are trying to climb out of the sword gashes and the arrow holes you've left in this thing, using seawater keeps pouring back in towards you as you're choking and sputtering on it. You are unfortunately unable to escape this round.
Alright.
I think we're back to initiative now, aren't we?
Yeah.
The number you're trying to beat this time is only 6.
I beat it. I have 9.
I got a 17.
Nice. I got 23.
All right. So you'll all be able to act in the order of your choice.
You guys do damage first, and then we'll see what happens. If I need a heal.
Do you want to go
Okay.
first? You are in the grip.
So Zuri, would you like to?
Maybe you try to escape,
Okay.
though.
Seems fair, really.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try to escape again with a what was it? An acrobatics check.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you're rolling d20, adding 4 total.
I would be getting a 13 total.
I mean, you could change up and do athletics, but we have a smaller bonus. 13.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that is not quite enough to escape it. So as you're crashing, trying to get out of this thing, it is just really hard to escape. I mean, it's like you're basically tied up in this thick, cloying, not quite vines, but masses of kelp and seaweed. And it's all kind of starting to blend in with all the other massive, tangled seaweed around you. And again, being unable to breathe and blind, also not a great combination trying to escape from a maze of plant life, really. Or again,
Yeah.
algae, I should say. All right. I don't think you have any bonus actions that would be helpful at the moment, so I think it is Azuria's turn.
Let's go ahead. Ask help. Let's see. Let's just try to attack it with water's touch since it's a little bit away. No.
Seems fair. Oh yeah, it hasn't escaped very far yet. It's kind of just over the side of the ship at the moment, and it seems like that water touch can put some pretty serious hurt on the thing.
Yeah. So d20 plus 9. I got a 29.
Mhm.
And then it's a 1d8 plus 4.
Natural 20.
Yes.
So you got a natural 20.
Yes.
Okay, so that means you got a critical hit on the thing. So this will give you a. I'll figure out how much damage you have, because some of your features are damage dice, and some of them are orange dice. So I'll check what needs to be totaled here.
Yes, we've got like 3 natural ones. And
Okay. You finally have a chance to redeem yourself. Okay, so the grand total number of dice you'll be rolling is 3d8 plus 3d6 plus 4.
Okay. So
Damn.
3d8 plus 3d6 plus
Because-
4. Okay. Alright, let's
That is
do
correct.
this.
It's because the favored foe property adds a rolled damage die, but it is not a damage die for purpose of crits, because it's a weird exception.
Okay.
And Piercer for extra d8 damage.
And then 3d6 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4, that's 27.
27 damage. I also note that you are welcome to re-roll one of the dice if you like, if one of them rolled low. Up to you.
I'm chilling with 27.
Seems fair, honestly, yeah. 27 damage. So that will... Alright, yes, so an arrow goes flying through this thing, just ripping and tearing through it. Like, one of its arms just completely falls off and dissipates back into the massive tangled kelp. This thing is very badly hurt. Would you like to see if you can finish off with your second arrow attack?
Yep. I will definitely do that.
Please.
That's a... You said it's a d20 plus 9 again?
Yes.
10 total. I rolled a nat 1.
Unfortunately, after that incredible attack, I think what happens is that, you know, you're so impressed by yourself and just admiring your handiwork of just the sheer beauty of blowing a creature's arm off with an arrow, that I think you just stand back there and decide, you know what, it's not even worth using another arrow on that. You just gotta let it soak in and really feel proud of yourself for just a moment there.
You could suffer.
Meanwhile,
a little bit longer
Falros,
down
as
there.
you're watching this happen... Exactly. Falros, as you're watching this happen, the badly maimed creature has been, you know, half ripped apart by an arrow. He's still down there and is still trying to absorb your ally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you said it's weak.
It's pretty badly hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna try and kill it.
Seems
I was
fair.
I was gonna do something else, but to try to save my friend, but you know what? It seems weak. So,
No.
so we're just gonna.
I mean, as you said before, healing's a sucker's game.
Yeah, I can't heal for that. No, it wasn't gonna be healing. It was gonna be something else. But now that you
Oh,
say
okay.
it's weak, uh,
Would you like to upcast something, maybe?
what does that mean?
I don't know if you got any big showstopper spells.
I do, but they're not. I got hopefully we. All right, I'll just I don't. All right, I'll guiding bolt it again. Just first level.
Would you like to cast it at a higher spell level?
Nah, just first.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, your deity is a gambler, so it only makes sense that the cleric's of Baal would be as well.
18.
All right, go ahead and roll some damage.
Please. Okay. $15.
Hey, above average damage this time. I mean, barely, but above average damage. All right. As you hurl this smoldering bolt of light, again, kind of, your duplicate really is firing this bolting thing of light. Okay, stand back and watch it, nodding approvingly, I imagine. This blast of light causes the thing to explode apart, little bits of kelp and seaweed raining down and splattering the deck. Mostly conscious now, though still a little bit dazzled from the explosion of light in front of you. Kovou, you are now free of the monstrosity.
Yeah.
Get up here. I'll heal you. Okay, come here. All right. I will cast.
The good news is that Kovou, your flight is still active, so you can just fly right back aboard the ship.
Play of the game.
Easy.
Play of the game. Scythe got play of the game.
Play the game. Okay. Cure wounds at 2nd level. So let me heal you up.
Seems
here.
fair.
Okay. Ooh. 12 plus 4. 16. 16
Suddenly you
healing.
get 16 HP.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. I'm going to jump back in time a little ways to explain how you got here now. So all the way back in the city of Poltenung, a sprawling place known for its, characteristic decadence, you in one of the seedier locations of the otherwise, relatively prosperous and overly clean city, a facade that gleams. But meanwhile, in the city underbelly, in a gambling hall of your choice, you were playing a game with an elderly man, one who had one blind eye that kind of gave you the Wiggins with its pallid hue, almost like watching the moon a starless night. But the man, hell of a drinker, but not much of a cheat, really. Over the course of the night, managed to lose not only a handful of coins brought into the place, but also a map in a box of polished hardwood.
The map was in the box?
Mm-hmm.
And he lost it.
Yeah, like a scroll case made of this polished dark wood. You won it off of him while gambling.
Ah,
Nice.
that checks out.
We're winners.
I mean, it is only the sacred thing to do, given your deity.
Of course.
But yes, the three of you now celebrating your winnings during gambling, and with this strange map.
Oh, this is us now.
Yeah.
Oh. I was not catching that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm jumping back in time a little ways.
Okay. Who's got the map? Kovou, you got the map?
Yeah, I got them up.
Oh,
Yeah, I got the map.
Who has the map?
He has the map. He has
Sure.
I got the map.
Okay. Oh, open. Wait, what does it say?
Who doesn't have the map? The map itself appears to depict the edge of the coastline near Poltenung here, but only a small portion of it. More importantly, you see that a long ways off of the shore, dotted with islands and whatnot, standard markings for cartographers, one location that stands out. A large island that has been circled. Underneath it is written the name, Shimurgia.
Do I recognize? Does anybody recognize that name? Does anybody?
Would you like to see what you know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll for it since I
If you
have
know things about the name, you're welcome to either make. Oh yes, you're welcome to make a history check or an Arcana check if you'd like.
I'm bad at. Oh, can we all do one?
You're all welcome to make one if you like.
I mean, I get +0, but I might as well.
I'm +0 as well, but
Might as well. 14.
I got a 19.
I got a 17 plus 3, so a 20.
Okay. I'll start with lowest to highest. So, Falros, were you making a Arcana check or a history check?
I would have probably made a history check.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've heard stories about a place called Shimurgia. Supposedly it was a city that sank centuries ago. The next highest result, a 17. Azurea, were you making a history check or an Arcana check?
Let's say a history check.
Okay. Yeah, so you've heard of Shimurgia. Legend holds it that it sank underneath the waves nearly 3 centuries ago. So outside of living memory, but not terribly long ago. And supposedly the place now houses various treasures taken from long ago. As the place sank so quickly, the residing merchants and nobles were not able to flee. The highest check, a 20 from the samurai here, Kovou. You likewise have heard tale of this place. In addition to what the others have heard, you've also heard that supposedly those who sail near the site spot monsters and other strange beasts, mostly at night. It's also rumored that every decade or so, the city will briefly rise back above the waves.
Are we approaching a decade?
I don't think we
You
know.
are approaching the intended date.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What could be there? I'm intrigued.
I said treasure.
Yeah.
There's treasure.
Supposedly fabulous treasure and items of incredible magic.
Do we... This might be a weird question, but do we know why it resurfaces every decade?
I'm make an Arcana check.
Down. Let's do it. I get +0, but let's roll for it. I got a 12.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
I got a 12.
Okay. Is that with your intelligence bonus?
With bonus 12. +2, 14.
14. Okay. 14's not terrible. You've heard some mention of that the Shimurgians were sorcerers of incredible power, capable of great magics. Supposedly, as they all died in mass due to rumors vary, some suspect it was an attack by an opposed clan of wizards. Others suspect that it may be divine intervention for various crimes they committed against the gods, or simple, pure happenstance of luck and fate. But regardless of that, it is rumored that the reason they return is because of a curse they placed on their little island, as they all were wiped out in one fell swoop.
Interesting. I don't know. we own a ship? I can't seem to remember if we own a ship.
In fact, you do not own a ship.
Oh.
But some do notice is that as you're observing this map in the corner of the gambling hall, the sound of dice and cups clattering around you, you get the feeling you're being watched.
Okay, wait. What's my? Yeah, Can I just kind of look around real quick, take a quick glance, see anybody's. Something's off.
Oh yeah, make a perception check, please.
Oh, I'm good at these. I didn't roll well, but that is let me see here. That's 19.
Can I make a perception check as well?
That is still plenty. You're open to if you want, yes.
Okay, I got +4. I got a 15, so.
15's also solid. Yes, so you spot that lurking a ways over, kind of up on a balcony, sort of peering down at you, are a group of individuals. They're all dressed in kind of this drab gray coloration, and all wear hoods that obscure most of their faces. They are definitely watching you, not even being terribly subtle about it.
Hide the map. Just like, maybe tuck it in your pocket real quick.
Yeah.
Are you good at stealthy things, Kovou?
If
no.
he gives me the map, I'm good at stealth.
Yeah, I'll hand it to her.
What's your okay, yeah, go ahead.
If you'd like to try to hide the map, that would be a sleight of hand check.
Okay. What am I rolling here?
Which, if you don't have proficiency, is a dexterity check. So add your dexterity modifier to a d20 roll.
Dexterity. D20. I got a nat 1.
Oh god.
So you grab the map. In your haste, you do tear it pretty severely. But you do have a torn, crumbled up map now crammed in your pocket.
Nice.
The fact you also knocked over a cup that clattered off the table and got some more attention probably didn't help your case either.
Sorry.
Guys, it did
Sorry.
so well.
Sorry, everyone. Just pick it up. I'll pretend like I'm a little bit drunk.
We're a little bit tipsy over here.
Oh, yeah, sure. After the commotion, you look back, and the group of mysterious individuals are not there anymore.
Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm
We're
going.
booking it.
Yeah, we're done.
booking it.
We're leaving.
Can we see them as we walk out of the wherever we are?
Yeah, so you start making a beeline kind of from the booths in the back through the main gambling hall. There's long tables where people play various games, mostly dice and whatnot. But as you keep going, you see that near the entrance is a group of 4 of these hooded individuals.
Oh no.
Should we approach?
I mean, we could ask them why they're watching us.
Or we could just follow them secretly.
Well, are they watching us, or are they not know we're there?
They're definitely watching you.
How well do I know these two up to this point?
You've spent some time with them before. We're going to assume that you've gone on some kind of low-grade adventures, as it were, since you are moderately level characters, level 6. So yeah, you've gotten some kind of like, one time you went to this old crumbling tower and you stole a gem from it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Do you guys mind if I try something?
You can try something.
Go ahead.
You guys can do what you want, and I'll just try to hide and try to follow them, pretty much. So I'll look just
you try to follow the
group.
You try to follow the hooded figures, or try to follow your companions?
The hooded figures, but in hiding. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it separate away from us.
Go ahead. Go ahead and make a stealth check, please.
Do I get it?
I think you have a feature regarding it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, I have.
It might be only for other characters.
Touch a willing creature other than yourself. Oh, but I can still do
Yeah.
I can say, wait, I'll still cast. Can I still cast? For I guess I'll put it for
Pass
my
that
campaign.
trace.
Yeah, pass without trace. I'll do that.
Yeah, you'd be welcome to. And yeah, we're sitting with this flashback portion. You're all at full capacity. You're
Yeah.
uninjured. You have all your spells and whatnot at the moment.
Okay.
So I'll cast pass without trace. I'll take that same roll, but I'll just add an additional 10. So 25.
25.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
You are incredible. The thing is that there's already kind of a din of, the conversation, drinking, the rolling of dice. There's already kind of a clattering susurration about the room. And it's not a super well lit place. There's plenty of shadowy places you can hide in, and it's a bit crowded. So you kind of slip from corner to corner behind some people and all that. You are very well hidden. Are the other two of you just directly approaching the hooded individuals, or you keep distance?
I think we should start walking away and see if they start following us, and then Falros can make an action there.
I'm down.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Seems fair. They are definitely following you.
Nice. Oh no.
Most specifically, they seem to be following Azurea directly.
Love that.
Alright.
But what would you like to do?
Oh man. Can I? My first action, I would just start running.
We try to get out of the line.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
So you can start sprinting.
Can I try one
As
thing
you're
when
running,
she's
the
running?
gambling hall is...
What do you want to check?
Can I try one thing as she's trying to run?
What would you like to do?
Can I have Mage Hand. Can I attempt to Mage Hand take the map out of her pocket stealthily?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead, and I'll have you make a sleight of hand check. Since you are doing it from a range using a mage hand, it will be disadvantaged since you are not an arcane trickster.
That's fine. Okay, so disadvantage.
Mhm.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20 and a 6. So that's a 13.
13 is still pretty good. Yes, you are able to grab the map and pull it over to yourself. You don't think they've noticed. But yes, so as you start running through the crowded hall here, again, there's a lot of people around. There's furniture and all that. Are you planning a beeline for the nearest place you think you can escape from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like breaking a line of
so
sight.
there are a bank of windows kind of off for back by the end there. You probably could try to jump through those. Alternatively, you could try climbing up the balcony and trying to get to the roof or something. Or you could try basically running a loop and trying to get back out the entrance.
I feel like there would be more waiting by the entrance. Let me try. I want to try going up to the roof.
Okay.
Okay. I'll follow.
All right. Okay, so as the two of you are trying to basically plow through the crowd, they're trying to get as quickly as possible to the staircase leading up to the next level. Could you please each make an acrobatics check?
Got a 4.
I got a...
Is that with your
20.
bonus?
I don't think I have an acrobatics bonus.
Acrobatics is... If you don't have proficiency, you'll be using your dexterity modifier.
A dexterity modifier?
So I think 7 total.
Yes,
I got an
7 total.
unnatural 20.
Okay. So, dirty 20, yeah, you're good. You were able to kind of just slip between these people. I think also think the fact that you're very obviously well armed, and I think the fact that you're running around with a sword on your back, like, they're just going to keep out of your way a little bit more than someone who happens to have a bow, potentially. So you just kind of plow your way through, and you go up right up the staircase. Unfortunately, Azurea, there's a lot of people here, and the fact that Kovou keeps basically shoving people back into you while pushing ahead as part of the problem.
Thanks, friend.
So unfortunately, you are lagging behind a little bit as the hooded figures are getting closer to you. They have not quite reached you, but they will reach you soon.
Okay. Oh no.
What would everyone like to do now?
I'm just gonna kind of keep my distance a little bit, but keep my eye on the hooded figures. That's it.
Okay.
I don't even.
Seems like a fair move, yeah.
They have all of their vision on me now, so I feel like I can't just. I mean, can I try to like run? Is there like a room that I can run into possibly to see and hide? Like see if I
Yes,
can go
definitely.
around?
Yeah, okay, there's kind of like some sort of back booth areas you could try to skulk into.
Yeah. I'll do that.
So if you'd like to try to dive into one of those to hide, please make a stealth check.
Okay. Okay. 7 plus 9 is 16.
All right, yeah, so you sprint off, you kind of duck through the crowd a little bit, and then you kind of like, you duck down at one point and kind of sort of crawl through an area. After a bit of running around here, you kind of are hiding behind like a curtained booth. You wait a moment, your heart's still kind of beating from the chase. No one's coming after you.
Okay. Thank God.
Meanwhile, Kovou, do you wish to keep running?
Yeah, let's keep going to the roof.
Because last you heard, the plan is to meet on the roof.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, question.
So you run up to the balcony, you kind of go around to the other side.
Does I'm
What's
blanking on kenna. What's your character's name again?
Azurea.
Azurea. Does Azurea know I took the map?
Probably not, 'cause I think you're a little bit distracted at the
cool.
moment. But
Great.
you're welcome to make a check to see if you noticed. I mean, it's all a big game of misdirection. It seems very fitting. All right, so yes, Kovou, as you're running around the balcony, you no longer see your pursuers down there, especially they're could be right behind you in the balcony. You see that there is a stair that leads up to kind of like a sort of private section of the gambling hall, and there's roof access from there. But standing directly in front of that entrance, there are two burly-looking guards.
All right. That's fun. I guess I'll run back and is there like a no, I can't jump out of a second story window. That would not go well.
You absolutely could.
That would hurt, probably.
I mean, you got plenty of hit points. You'd probably survive. Oh, it would hurt, sure.
I'll jump from the balcony back onto the floor.
Okay. Try to, land on one of the tables made to break your fall.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're kind of your parkour type of jump there. I'm gonna call that an athletics check. I think you're just trying to leap down and try to just absorb the brunt of the blow. So go ahead, unless you have athletics proficiency, you mean rolling plus strength bonus.
Okay. I have an unnatural 20.
All right. Yes, you go leaping off of the balcony, crash down on one of the tables. Basically, like the legs give out, and so like dice go clattering everywhere. Coins go scattering around. The sound of coins crashing everywhere wasn't quite a commotion. So the room is all stirred up into a frenzy at this point. Luckily, you don't take any damage from that fall because you just landed well. However, the room is now in a state of confusion full of bustling people at the moment, and you've lost all sight of the hooded pursuers.
Okay, I'm going to try to...
I think we're back to the top now, so what would everyone like to do?
Where are the hooded pursuers? Because I've been trying to keep my eye on them. Where are they right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you want to keep following, just because of the sheer commotion, could you please make a new perception check?
Yes. So may. 17.
A 17 does beat their stealth, so you're able to keep an eye on them despite the fact that there's so much commotion. So, currently, as you go back towards the back of the gambling hall, they seem to be kind of going one by one, checking booths. You see that they're armed with kind of these curved-bladed, like, knives or daggers, and are kind of just slicing down each of the curtains as they go by, checking inside.
I don't have message. I don't have message. Darn it! I don't have message.
Of all the times.
I will just. I don't know. I'm just. I don't know what to do. I haven't. I don't know where. I'm just not gonna do anything.
Just keep staying hidden for the moment, just blending in with the crowd and all that.
Because my thought, I'm just keeping my eye on them, so I don't really know where Azurea went. So I'm just gonna, just keep my eye on them. Maybe I'll hold like I don't even have like anything that's huge. Maybe I'll hold like a. Nope, I literally don't know. I'm good.
Yeah, just gonna hang back, see how this plays out, maybe. All right. I'm gonna do Azurea last because I think it'll be most entertaining that way. Just keep the suspense going. Somebody go back to Kovou for a moment.
Okay, you don't have the map.
So you're currently stand up, brushing splinters off yourself.
Yeah. So obviously the roof didn't work. So I'm probably, since I don't know where either of these guys are, I'm just gonna leave out the front door.
All right. Yeah, you walk clean out the front door. There's no one by it because there's so much commotion going on. They all were distracted by that. So you walk into the front door and into the street beyond. You don't see any of them around there.
Okay. So can I do like a perception check to see if I can find any of my allies?
Yes, you may.
All right.
I'm shaking in my booth.
As you may.
I got a 17.
Okay. So you're scanning around. You don't think your companions have left this way. You don't see any of your allies. You don't see any, obvious signs they've been through here. You do see people who are kind of curious at all the sudden uproar inside the place, who are kind of peeking in, trying to figure out what's happening inside the gambling hall. I will say, as you rolled so high, you also notice that a little ways kind of down the sort of low hill the street is on, you see another cluster of these hooded individuals. Only 3 of them down there.
Okay. So I now know they didn't leave at least this way, so I'm going to go back inside and see if I can spot any of the hooded figures in
meanwhile,
there. If I can.
Sure thing. I'm going to hop back to Azurea now. So you've been kind of hiding in this booth here, and you hear the sound. There's some commotion going on out there, but you also hear the sound of the kind of sound of a knife ripping through heavy cloth occasionally, and the sound is getting closer.
Oh no. Can I... let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Can I just dart out of the booth and hope that they don't see me?
All right. So your goal trying to be able to get out of the booth, try to do so sneakily, or trying to be so fast you're not noticed?
Fast that I'm not noticed. Because they're so busy shanking on the other ones.
So you're kind of just, going like a dead sprint, just trying to get out of there as fast as possible. That would probably be an athletics check.
Okay.
Do you have... I don't think... You do have proficiency, don't you?
I do have proficiency.
Yeah, so we'd roll with +3 there.
I got a 16.
Okay. Yes. So you managed to kind of sprint across the hall there. Luckily, they're so distracted, kind of rummaging through one of the other nearby rooms, that you managed to kind of like duck off, go down the hallway a little way, and you're now hiding in the staircase.
Okay.
Also, as you ran by, you can hear them talking, but you're not sure what language they're speaking in.
Wait, okay. Can I understand what they're saying?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Loxodon, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant.
It is not Thieves' Cant, and it is not any other language you're familiar with. It sounds old, but you're not sure what language is specifically.
Can I... Do I know what direction that they're going to go in after the booths? Like, are they going to come towards me?
They seem to be... Yeah, they seem to be kind of working their way down the hall of kind of these private booths. They are generally heading the direction you're in.
Okay. I don't even know. They're heading towards my direction.
You are near a kind of secluded stairwell back there, but otherwise you're near a dead end.
Okay. What's up the staircase? Is it where Kovou was?
So the staircase goes both up and down. You're not sure where down leads. Up, you're pretty sure would lead up to kind of the balcony level again.
Okay, let's go. Let's go down. Why not?
Okay. Yes. You rush down and kind of like look up and down for a moment. You decide to rush down the staircase. The staircase itself is fairly long, so you're running for a while. After a bit, you arrive in like sort of an open space. It looks like kind of like a back room or a warehouse or the back of a shop or something.
You said it was like I arrived into that area, like I didn't have to go through a door or anything like that?
Yeah, the staircase kind of goes down, and the staircase is kind of at like a back sort of alcove to this large stone-walled like cellar or warehouse kind of room. You see some boxes of stuff in here, like cradle. They're not labeled.
Okay. Is there like any way to exit this besides going back up the stairs?
You could try like kind of just looking for an exit between all the crates and whatnot. If you'd like to do so, you can make an investigation check to see how quickly you can.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you don't have investigation proficiency, that will be an intelligence check.
Okay, I rolled a 7 total.
With the +2?
So yeah, 5 + 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you wander around through this place for a little while. You are pretty lost after a bit. This place is relatively spacious, and you're not sure exactly where you are because you have not ever been in this weird like back room area before. So that's where you are at the moment. Meanwhile, with the other two of you, what would you like to do?
I'm still following these guys. I have an idea of something, but do they follow down? Do they go into the basement area, or do they keep?
Yes, they eventually get done with slicing through all the curtains on the booths. They turn to each other and seem to kind of like basically for a moment discuss. Basically, two of them head towards the staircase and two in the main room.
I'll just try to be. I'll try to maybe. Okay, can I cast 2 spells? They're both cantrips, so. Can I try
Which
to
2
have
spells?
Mage Hand and Thaumaturgy.
Yeah. So what you can do is that you've got enough time. You can cast one of them and cast the second one. So both of them have non-instantaneous durations, I believe. What would you like to do?
I would like, so whoever kind of seems like to be sort of leading here, just like I guess kind of on them, just kind of have it sort of like run its hand along their backs, and then thaumaturgy has like it says I can create ominous whispers from a point. So kind of like at the entrance of the downstairs, have like ominous whispers, sort of.
Okay, I like it.
Trying to freak them out.
Yeah. What is your spell save DC out of curiosity?
It is 15.
All right. So you do this. You see the hooded figure kind of jolt up for a moment, kind of glance around a little, and then you make a new stealth check.
I guess I lose.
Keep safe for using your magic.
Do I lose Pass Without Trace?
Pass Without Trace, I believe, is still active. Neither of those spells would interfere with it.
Okay, so then that's
and it hasn't been the full duration yet.
Then that's another 25.
25. Okay. So you aren't audited, but I did roll a natural 20.
Okay.
So the natural 20, even with the bonus, does not beat a 25. But they do know you're there, just not where you are.
Okay, cool.
So you see that the two that were heading for the staircase now are trying to basically go through the crowd and figure out who was casting spells.
That's fine. Just trying to stay out of sight.
Meanwhile, Kovou, you had gone back into the building, and you see a group of the two hooded figures kind of back from the booths and are now back in the main room. Again, this little commotion, people trying to like grab at the coins you knocked everywhere. You also see, probably because of the commotion you caused, one of the burly-looking guards is coming towards you as well.
Okay. I'll try to stay out of sight for the moment.
Make a stealth check, please.
All right, so I don't have a stealth proficiency. Which one is stealth?
So your dexterity modifier then.
Okay.
Dexterity. So
I have a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of slip back into the crowd again. Yeah, the guard loses sight of you, and you see the group of hooded individuals. They leave.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if I can spot any of my allies?
Yes, you may.
All right. That's an 18.
Okay. You are certain they're not here. You do not see them in the main room.
Okay.
Nor do you see them on the balcony.
Oh, I know what to do then.
Meanwhile, back in the storeroom, as you are kind of wandering through these like stacks of crates, Azurea, begin to hear what sounds like kind of shuffling movement.
Can I go in the direction that it's coming from, please?
Yes, you can. Are you doing so stealthily, or are you just walking that way?
Let's do it stealthily so I don't like alert whatever it is. So.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check, please.
I got a 24 total.
Okay, so you creep up silently. Again, there's kind of that kind of like kind of sweeping shushing sound. You kind of peek behind a set of boxes or these crates, and you see what looks like a bored kid sweeping.
Okay. Can I would like to approach the kid and and see if they know a way like to get out that's not.
You are living in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You accepted it.
It happens.
Yeah, no, I would like
So are
to
you
talk to
announcing your
them.
presence, or are you like being like, "Hey"?
I'll just announce my presence.
Okay, so yeah, you like. What do you say?
Hello. I'm kind of lost down here.
The kid like jumps back and drops the broom.
I promise I'm not gonna hurt you.
How did you get back here?
I came down the stairs.
How did you get down here?
I came down the stairs. I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to go back up there though.
Okay. This way then.
Okay.
You see the kid kind of grab back up the broom again and start running off. You kind of windful like stacks of these boxes again, and then you find yourself at a doorway that looks like it leads into a small shop.
Okay. I want to enter through the doorway and get out of there.
Yes, you kind of just rush through the shop real quick, just run out the door and back into the streets. Meanwhile, back in the gambling hall. So, as you are going by Falros, they are coming towards you, the two of them that are still in there. You are kind of like hiding back in sort of a crowd of people, but they are moving determinedly in your general direction.
Yeah, I will cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
I'll make my.
What are you disguising yourself as?
I'll make myself look like a very old human. Maybe like a very old human. Same height as me, but just an older gentleman. Maybe make the skin color like way lighter than mine, and yeah, maybe some freckles and stuff. I don't know, but nothing crazy.
Okay. Just take a moment to kind of weave this illusion. Yeah. I take a moment to kind of weave this illusion around yourself, kind of blend in the crowd a little bit more. So your spell DC is 15. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
As they scour the crowd trying to find you, they turn back towards the stairs.
Nice. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep following them and staying out of sight as best I can.
Okay. You see them pause the staircase and then begin heading down them.
I will follow at a reasonable distance behind them.
Meanwhile, let's see here. Kovou, you've been kind of wandering around the gambling hall, but like you don't see anyone. You saw the two others leave. You kind of walk around a bit. Eventually, you do kind of poke your head down the booth. See, they've all been like slashed up, and you spot just in time. It looks like these two hooded individuals start heading down a staircase towards the back, followed by like random old guy, like just someone you don't recognize.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I'm gonna follow them down there.
Okay. So the two individuals head down the staircase. Again, the staircase seems to go on for quite a while. Are you keeping your distance from the stranger, or are you catching up to the older individual?
I'm gonna catch up to the older individual.
Okay. So as you're sneaking down, you're Falros, you're like cunningly disguised. You're very stealthy, and then someone like this, all but bumps into the back of you. Like you can feel someone standing behind you as you're climbing down this narrow staircase.
Oh, hey, go away! It's me.
Oh.
Go away! Go back up! It's me.
Okay. Yeah,
Go
I'm gonna
on.
follow behind you.
Oh God.
For a while, the staircase finally opens up into a large room. It looks kind of like a warehouse with stacks of these wooden crates down here. You don't see any sign of them.
So I lost them.
Yeah, you don't see them because you were kind of paused momentarily to speak with Kovou, and then by the time you get down here, you don't see them.
I start walking up again. I don't head in any further.
Okay.
I don't know if Kovou wants to.
So yeah, you rush back up.
I'll try to do a check to see if I can figure out where they went.
Sure. So you're trying to track them. That would be a survival check.
All right. That's an 18.
Okay. Yes. While they are fairly sneaky, they weren't really covering their tracks. Sure enough, you managed to kind of follow their trail, as well as you're pretty sure, partially the fact that since Azurea leaves kind of slightly damp footprints wherever she goes, you're able to follow this trail out, and it looks like into a regular shop.
Can I, as this is happening, can I make my way outside of the, what I would assume tavern or whatever, and just like kind of hang out outside to see? Still as the old man.
Of course, yeah. You go up there. Yeah, so is the old man. You see a lot of people have kind of left this place because of all the commotion and confusion. So that the gambling hall itself is mostly empty now. You see that in a little ways down the street, there are a group of 3 of these hooded people, with 2 more heading their direction, about to meet up with them.
Okay. I'm gonna keep following the damp footprints.
Okay. Yeah, you see, we have the shop, and you find kind of like a little ways down, just kind of like down an alleyway or something. Azurea is there, still trying to hide from your pursuers.
Right.
But now, of course, you turn around. Now, Falros isn't here.
Yep. Not here.
So
Did
they're with each other
I
now,
see him
right?
go back up?
Yeah, you saw him go while you're looking for tracks, and you're like, "Where are you?" Okay, I'm keep looking.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw him go back up the stairs.
In that case, I think me and Azurea should go back to the front of the shop.
So, the question is, you want to go back into the back room of the shop and head all the way up the gambling hall, or do you want to go around to an intersecting street and kind of go back up the side that actually has the front of the gambling hall?
Near the front of the gambling hall.
Okay. So you kind of go up that side, and you remember that is the direction where the crowd of these hooded individuals are. You want to kind of go up that way where they are assembled, or do you want to take a different route?
Take a different route.
Okay. So take kind of the other way around. Takes a little bit longer, but eventually meet up with Falros back in front of the gambling hall. You see that peering down the street, there is this group of these hooded figures.
What do you guys want to do about that?
Is there any way to get around them?
Choose to not head down that way, but you do still see them there. You don't think they wanted you.
as they're doing this, I'm just because I see the hooded figures kind of down at the end. Can I just sort of walk towards the hooded figures inconspicuously?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like a performance check just to
Oh
keep
God!
passing yourself
No!
off as this random.
This random old guy.
This is a -1 roll.
Yeah.
9.
I'll say you have advantage because you do have the magical aid and they're not that suspicious of you.
Okay, appreciate it. Okay, that's a 13.
13. So you creep up towards them. Do you have a particular goal in mind, or you just want to get close to where they generally are?
Close enough that I can hear what they're saying, at least. So, however you determine.
Okay. So you get fairly close, kind of hang around near where they are. Again, they're speaking in a language you don't recognize.
That's it for me.
I mean,
after a bit of speaking, you see them. What was that?
How many of the hooded figures are there?
7. Because they're the
Okay.
4 that went into the gambling hall, which they split into 2 groups of 2, and then the 3 that they met back up with.
Okay.
After a moment, you see them start heading downhill.
So down a hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be heading generally down towards the docks.
Okay. Do you want to follow them?
Yeah, let's follow them. See what they're
I'll
up to.
also follow.
Do you want to do it?
Okay.
stealthily?
Yes, you mean.
Probably.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Okay. The 2 of you that are not magically disguised, please make stealth checks.
All right. I got a. Go ahead.
I got an 8.
I got a 21.
Okay. So because the majority of you made your check successfully, because I'm considering the disguise self and the performance check to be successful, that means you all succeed.
Okay.
So you creep down and are following after them. You see them go down to the docks, and the group of them kind of climbs aboard a small ship, and they begin to set sail.
What is the name of this said ship?
I don't think we know.
You don't see any name painted on it.
Nice.
It appears to be a small, kind of like this sleek-looking vessel. The style is unusual. It doesn't look like any of the ships you're accustomed to. And the whole painted kind of this deep blue-black.
Do we want to?
An oddly Stygian color.
Sorry. Do we know what direction they're going in?
Hard to tell because they're just kind of sailing away from Pultenung at the moment. But they are heading kind of just generally out to open sea rather than along the coast.
Did they literally like set sail immediately as like they literally got on and just went?
Yes, there were 2 others waiting for them there that were ready to go, basically.
Do I still have the map
So everything
in
was
my
already
pocket?
built. That is correct. It's pretty mangled at this point, but you still have your hands on it.
Okay.
You see there are a couple other ships around here that are not being minded at the moment.
I want to follow them.
Yeah.
And I'm not with them, right? I'm not with them, or can I see them?
I know you are with them. My assumption is that you went in disguise along with them.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I want to follow them. Personally.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm curious. So, do we steal a ship?
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one's
let's
got
steal
a
ship.
cool looking
Yeah, we're gonna
bounty
steal
on it.
ship.
Yeah, you see, yeah, more the design of a rearing pony with flaming hooves is painted on the side of it.
Yes, that's the
and,
shit.
You know, yeah, you clamber aboard and set sail. Jumping back to the present, you are back. Well, not quite back to the Sargasso Sea. So, jump forward at least. You've been sailing for a couple days now. You've lost direct sight of those you're following, but best you can tell, they're heading in the direction of Shimurgia. One thing you do notice is that the fog has been growing heavier as the further you've gone out from the mainland. You also, as you are sailing this day, make out a shadow in the clouds above you.
Oh.
What does this shadow?
Can't I destroy fog?
I believe Create or Destroy Water does allow you to reduce fog in an area.
I would like to cast that so that we can diminish a bit of the fog. See where we are a bit.
Yeah, so you kind of channel the energy and cause this 30-foot cube of fog to condense down in just a splash of water that ends up back in the sea. The area already gets clearer.
I'd like to see what this shape kind of looks like.
Make a perception check, please. No longer disadvantage because you've removed the fog.
Ooh, that is good. That is 26.
The flying form is an unusual one. It looks feline almost, but bearing large wings.
Oh.
Avian wings, and is about the size of an ox.
I don't think my character would know what this is, but I know what I think.
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
With perception checks. Yes, you can. I believe that targets yourself.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you currently have that enabled. So you're ready to speak to any animals you spot. Falros, since you spotted it, you are welcome to make a check you think would be appropriate to see you determine the nature of this thing.
What? Sure, I would like to determine what animal this is.
All right. What intelligence skill proficiency do you have?
I have nature or religion.
Sure, make a nature check.
Also religion. If that's
fair. Your choice. Would you like to make a nature check or religion check?
I think I'd be thinking nature at this moment in time.
Okay.
Ooh, these are good. 21.
21. All right. This is not a natural animal. In fact, by your best reckoning, it is a magical being of some nature. It appears to be a sphinx.
Oh.
And is definitely approaching your ship.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, there's a sphinx approaching. I don't think we attack it because sphinxes sometimes can be nice-ish, but
yeah.
So I think, just,
I think we prepared just in case.
I agree.
Yeah. Who's like good at talking to people?
Not me.
I took a hit of charisma. I mean, I can speak to animals though.
You're probably the one to do the talking then.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't really like talking to people, so.
Yeah, I'll talk to it when it gets here.
But so landing on your ship is again a creature that resembles a large lion with huge wings. The wings themselves have kind of these bluish feathers. and a humanoid-looking face. Appears to be, almost like a female human face. Although the wolf does have a mane.
Okay.
She looks at the three of you. Why are you sailing so far out here?
We're honestly just taking a nice little sail. We're not going anywhere in particular.
Well then, if you are just sailing, you wouldn't mind offering me hospitality?
I certainly wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah, we got food. Do you like chicken?
That I do.
You can definitely take some of our chicken. I have no issue with that.
Very well. Yeah, so you've got like some, like preserved smoked chicken, basically like chicken jerky almost. And you're gonna offer it to the Sphinx?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to offer it to the Sphinx.
She'll take it from you and begin to, basically, with her claws, and begin to eat it. Passable.
Well, I'm glad that it's passable. It's something that we eat.
Yes. I am called Rider of the Evening Breeze. What are you called?
Well, I'm Azurea, and this is Kovou, and this is Falros.
I do find your presence here most curious.
Oh, I can assure you, we're honestly just taking a sail, taking in the night sky.
You like eagles?
Maybe you should let me
Eagles?
handle the talking.
Sorry,
Why do you ask?
just curious.
I like that you just butt into every conversation with that question as soon as things come to a lull.
Guys, I'm not good at this.
Don't listen to him. He speaks a little bit of nonsense sometimes.
Yes, as many mortals do.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you are pretty much giving a bald-faced lie to the Sphinx, could you please make a deception check?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah.
Which will be a charisma check.
I got a 2.
God. Sing.
You see the Sphinx begin to frown.
I think
You understand I don't allow just anyone to go by.
Maybe you should ask how the others got by.
What does it take for one to get by?
Of course. I will remain here for the rest of my stay. You are familiar with the customs of Sphinxes.
Quite a bit, yes.
Of course.
Very well. I shall make myself comfortable. And she proceeds to pad her way along on giant feline feet that cause the ship to shake slightly, and proceed to lounge down in a sunnier spot. It's still, fairly overcast.
Okay. Can I get you anything to make you comfortable?
You have more to eat, do you not?
Oh, we certainly do. We have plenty to go around.
Nope.
Then I require more sustenance.
Anything in particular? We have a lot of that chicken. A lot.
Chicken will suffice.
Okay. chicken.
Okay.
Here
As
goes
you get in the chicken, I want to approach. So, what? Did you happen to see anybody else come by these waters by chance? Maybe I don't
I
know.
did.
Oh, because that's kind
There
of
was
funny.
another ship.
Were they hospitable?
They were not. But I let them regardless.
Yeah. See, they're like, I don't know. I should. We'll wait for your chicken. I'm good.
Hmm. I also ask, cleric, what libations do you have to offer?
I don't know what that word means. I'm not very smart.
I see. I request what manner of drink have you brought aboard this little vessel of yours, for I am quite parched from flying.
Well, my deity does like alcohol. If you are interested, I have some cheap liquor.
This will be serviceable.
Okay, I'll go get the cheap liquor from the same place that the chicken is. I will be right back in a moment. Please stay
So
with
the two
us.
of you have left.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Corvu, you are now alone on the deck of the ship with this giant winged lion creature. She is currently watching you. And you could swear when she thought you weren't watching her, she licked her lips.
Dude, is he about to get eaten again?
Okay,
Why
wait.
me?
It just happens all the time. It's a regular occurrence.
Can I talk to? I want to. Azurea, what do we think about this here as we're kind of down?
I want to be on her good side.
I
want to be on her
agree.
good side.
And I will say, when you were down, she did tell me she did not like the people we're following.
Yeah.
So
I think we can use that to our advantage.
somehow, I don't know how, but just I don't know. Hopefully, Kovu's doing a great job.
Keeping her entertained.
Yes, he's widely known for his
Speaking of
entertainment.
Kovu doing a great job, Kovu, how are you dealing with the giant monster up here?
What was the island on the map called again?
Shimurgia.
Shimurgia.
No, do it.
I'm gonna ask the Sphinx. Are you familiar with a place called Shimurgia?
Of course I am. I was there when it was young.
Right.
Why do you ask?
I've heard a bunch of legends about it, and I heard it was in these waters earlier.
It is. Not far from here. Of course, when one travels by ship rather than wings, a bit further, I suppose. You seem to be well armed.
Yes, this is just in case anything comes to try and destroy our ship, or come aboard and destroy it.
Of course. I'm sure these are weapons of some history, no?
Yeah, they've had their fair share of battles.
Please entertain me while I seek your hospitality.
Entertain? What do you want me to do?
Tell me a tale of your weapons.
Okay. My weapon is called the Talon of Fusion, and is named after the god of a Japanese goddess. That is, I forgot what he was god of, honestly.
Vortex.
It was the god of wind.
And this weapon has served you well?
Very well.
Your companions, do you trust them?
With my life.
Not a good idea.
Do they trust you?
I can only hope so.
Meanwhile, back below deck, so you've been probably stuck for about as long as you can to get food and drink down there.
Yep.
I'll go back up.
Let's go back up. We got our food. We got our drink. We gotta go.
Great.
Go please the sphinx.
All right. Yeah. So you brings up. Out of curiosity, so you said there's this chicken there, but what other manner of provisions have you brought along with you?
I'll say there's chicken. There's turkey legs.
Assume water.
I would
Probably some
assume
crackers.
water.
Water's optional. I mean, you know.
Fruit. I would say like grapes, fruit.
I
things
don't-
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might go bad. But...
All right. So that is the advantage of having stolen a merchant's ship, is you got a pretty well stocked,
okay.
you know, I guess larder might make the right term, but it's something along those lines. And likewise, you said you brought up, you know, some low quality liquor. What variety is it?
I guess I'm a whiskey fan. Let's do whiskey. It's a type of whiskey.
Okay.
Whatever the cheapest.
So yeah, you bring up this. Yeah, so I said, you know corn-based swill, basically. So there's some whiskey there. It's not well aged. It's just basically what you have, like in your, I assume, as you peeked back down below deck to be like, do we have a plan here? But yes, you come back and bring these to the sphinx, who seems to be watching you curiously.
Take these things.
She will, again, take the food and drink and will proceed to eat them.
I was going to offer to open the bottle, but she can do it herself.
Yeah, she just takes a claw and just plunks the cork out, basically.
You do.
But yes, she will stay and eat the variety of things you brought her.
Okay.
It is growing late towards evening now, as the Sphinx is staying on your ship.
I don't think we sleep with her on her ship. I think we stay awake.
Okay, so you plan to stay awake the entire time. Could each of you please make a Constitution check?
I would actually like to
So
see.
D20 plus your Constitution modifier. You'd like to.
I would like
So
to
you
see.
have no difficulties there.
Sorry,
So those who are going without sleep, please make a Constitution check.
I'm also sleeping.
Yeah, I trust
All right,
it.
so you've been left
Leave me
alone with the
to
Sphinx
it.
as the one conscious person.
I trust it.
Leave me to it. I got.
I mean, you're the one who took Speak with Animals. I mean, it's not relevant in this case, but
Yeah.
So 5 in the Constitution check.
Yes.
Okay. You gain 1 level of exhaustion as you're just kind of sleep deprived. This level of exhaustion will go away once you've had a night's sleep, but for the meantime, you'll have disadvantage in all ability checks as you're just kind of tired and sleep deprived and But yes, you are.
We could have taken watches. That would have been smart.
Those are optional. But yes, so you're up on the deck with the Sphinx, who has polished off everything you've brought, basically.
Okay.
She's still waiting there. Tell me, your weapons,
Hmm.
they have served you well?
Oh, they definitely have. We took down a monster earlier, and it was pretty gnarly.
Tell me of this monster.
What would you like to know?
Everything. You see, I have grown bored in my long life.
Well, this monster, it's like a kelp monster, like seaweed everywhere. It honestly did not go down without a fight, though. Kovou was pretty stuck in there for a bit.
Yes, the one with the swords.
Yeah.
And I suspect you were the one who delivered most injurious wounds upon it.
Yes, I would say I definitely gave a good bulk of the damage there.
And you trust your companions?
I do.
And they trust you?
I certainly would hope so, considering we saved Kovou's life.
You would be surprised about the distrust that exists between mortals.
Yeah, it's definitely, you gain trust. You don't just give it.
Before you did mislead me, please tell me, why are you here?
We are sailing to the hidden island. I didn't know if I should tell you because I didn't know your intentions.
A wise decision.
A wise decision to not know your intentions or to sail to the island.
Perhaps. I grow weary, and I shall now partake in the slumber.
Okay. My plan is to stay up and man the ship.
The sphinx will proceed to stretch and then lay back down again. Again, the ship shaking very slightly as she does so.
Is this post sea monster?
Yeah, we'll say it's post sea monster.
I kind of just assumed.
Yeah, so make sure that the sake of continuity.
Sure.
No, yeah, I mentioned before that it took place earlier, but it's fine. We can do it the other way around, so that'd be an issue.
Okay, so can we take our long rests then?
Yeah, you can take your long rest. Aside from Azurea, who is currently powering through at the moment.
Yeah.
But yes, in the morning, feeling rested, the Sphinx is still sleeping at the moment. Azurea, you feel like you're exhausted from keeping an eye on the ship the whole nine. Kind of the slight paranoia of maybe the Sphinx will pounce up and try to eat me at any moment. The moment I try to doze off. So yeah, you're definitely a little bit out of it at the moment.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Do you need to get some sleep? We can handle Miss Benevolent over here.
I would love that. I would love nothing more.
Go ahead and take a nap. So I'll be up, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. After a little while longer, once you're planning on doing anything while the sphinx is sleeping aboard your ship, she will rise up again and turn a head towards the two of you.
Good morning.
Yes, I require further sustenance.
Of course. Do you enjoy fishing?
Fishing? I detest fish.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. No fishing. Okay. Uh, what do you fancy?
I will eat nearly anything, as long as it does not come from the briny depths. That I despise.
That seems like something happened in your childhood. That's okay. I'm not here to pry. I'll go get something. Oh, yes.
Alright, so yes, you hurry down beneath the decks to grab something. I will note, after a night of hosting these Sphinx and after a couple days trapped in the seaweed, you are starting to run low on supplies.
Okay.
Do we have like some bread?
Yeah, you got like some like, kind of hard tacky stuff.
Sure, I'll get some of that, and then like I don't know, a little bit of jerky as well, like beef. If we have beef this time.
Mhm.
Do I have any? Hold on. Do I have any?
As you're
items?
fetching it,
No, that's it.
but as you're fetching it, Kovou, you are now alone with the Sphinx again, rider of the evening breeze. Tell me, Kovou, why are you sailing here?
Well, we hope to find a great sum of treasure.
You are brought out this far by desire for material things.
I suppose you could say that, yes.
Intriguing. Most mortals tend to not proffer such honesty. Most delude themselves into believing I can be deceived. Around this time, you come back with the food, which the Sphinx will likewise eat, voraciously.
We are running low, so I trust that you understand that rations will get less the longer you stay.
Yes, the meagerness is rather disappointing.
Apologies.
Nevertheless, I shall remain for the full duration of your hospitality,
Certainly.
as is my custom.
Certainly. What brings you onto our ship? I guess what intrigued you about us?
I dwell amongst the islands here.
Oh,
Those who sail by and seem like they may be good company, I visit. For you see, guarding an island is such a lonely duty.
all right. Which island do you guard?
One you shall never visit.
Fair enough. Lady.
Please, call me Evening Breeze.
Okay. Evening breeze. Good to know. I will pull out a notepad. In the game.
So in the back of your holy book, start jotting down notes.
Yeah.
But yes, the remainder of the day goes by largely uneventful. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Just is there a way we can make sure that we're still? Do I have Let me see something. Hmm, I guess I can. Can I locate person? No. I will prepare. I'm just gonna change this. I'll change my spells up if we go to sleep. But
Oh, speaking of sleeping, Azurea, your long rest is not interrupted, so that level of exhaustion goes away.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. But yes, so unless anything you'd like to do, it is approaching evening again.
Let me see. I don't have anything specific that I want to do.
Not really much to do when you're confined on a ship.
Yeah.
just making sure that we're still on generally in the direction. I don't know if there's a way to tell that we're still in the general direction of the.
Yeah, no, you're generally following the direction of the map. I mean, because if you think Hydra Shmurgi, which you have reason to believe they may be, you are on course for that direction.
I will say
so my question is,
I made an
you are
changing my spells, but
one thing is you are starting to run low on food.
Is there like a merchant island nearby that we can stop at?
It's actually pretty desolate. You're far enough out because you're about most of a week's sailing away from the mainland. There's not a lot out here. You might be able to stop by some island to see if they have like edible plants or something there or wildlife. There's not really anything inhabited here.
I think that we
I can create food and water, but it's probably not worth it for me to use a spell slot.
I think that we should create, or not create, but I think we should stop at an island to see if there are any edible plants, berries, anything like that.
I think meat and bread is probably.
I was thinking we should probably end our hospitality.
Oh.
Oh, you wanna get dirty a little bit? Look at your hands a little.
So what's the consensus here? Are we ending our hospitality or are we stopping for more rations?
I think we stop for rations and see what happens. Let's see there, because I don't want to like if sphinxes could be. I mean, if this thing has been around since the creation of Shimmer, then like
I think if we keep the Sphinx with us as long as we can, the more good we get out of it.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So you go by. So you keep sailing for ways. Before terribly long, you do spot a moderately large island in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Kind of rising up out of the fog like some sort of broken tooth.
I would like to veer the ship in the direction of that island. Stop there.
Okay.
El Capitan.
Yeah. So you approach it. You drop anchor near the island. The island itself is not huge, but it does seem to support some vegetation here. You do see some kind of sparse grasses and some trees a little further up. you also make a perception check?
I got an 11.
Are we all doing this
Oh, would
perception
anyone else like
check?
to make a check?
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
24.
21.
I got plus 10. I got plus
Okay.
10. So
Those of you who got above 20 notice what at first you think is like snow on one of the hills, but after a little bit further observation, although it is quite far away, you think it's a flock of sheep.
Ooh. Kill the sheep.
wait. Excuse me, Evening Breeze.
Yes.
Do you see we're going to stop for some rations, and I have, with my intellectual prowess, have discovered that there is a large flock of sheep on the island. Would you be interested in this large flock?
Sheep would do nicely.
Yes.
Yes.
I could take you there in exchange for perhaps some information about various topics.
Bring the sheep to me and we have a deal. As she eyes her claws for a moment.
Okay. Cool. Bye.
So are you all disembarking for the island, or are any of you staying back on the ship with the Sphinx?
Getting off the ship.
I'll stay with the Sphinx.
Wait, you sure? I mean, I'm good friends with her.
But I talk to animals really well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You were kind of awkward at first.
Nah, we're great friends now. We're great friends. Besties. We got matching. We got the necklaces. That's like the two heart.
Did you ever figure out if
Exactly.
she liked eagles?
I did not. I don't.
You
know.
didn't.
I don't.
See, that's
know.
reason in of itself to stay back with her.
Oh God. Yeah. Ooh. I really want to. I'll go up.
I'll stay with her.
Okay. And Kovou, are you heading to the island, or are you staying on the ship?
I will go out to the island.
He wants to be as far away from
Okay.
Breeze as possible.
You know what? After already being eaten by one monster, it seems fair.
Yeah.
Yes, so you head on to the island. The beach itself is mostly kind of rocky and gravelly, not really a sandy beach. Although a little further up the island, there gets some sparse kind of spiky, scraggly grass. Not a lot of it, but enough apparently to sustain sheep. The sheep themselves are up kind of a pretty high up a cliff, a little ways away from you.
Are there like any, before we go for the sheep, are there any like provisions we can buy on the island?
The island itself, you don't see any inhabitants of.
Sheep it is.
Alright, so we start killing sheep.
So how would you like to go? So how would you like to go about ascending the cliff to where the sheep are?
Oh,
For one of you, it's probably a very easy question, but for the other, maybe a little trickier.
I'll do it as stealthily as possible. I'll do it moving kind of quickly, but stealthily. And
I'm just gonna start climbing.
All right. So if you'd like to,
can't you fly?
would you like to start climbing, or would you like to simply fly up the cliff?
You were right. I can fly. I'm gonna fly up the cliff.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you call on the power of wind and kind of just take off and hover right up to the top of the cliff. Meanwhile, Falros, you're kind of standing there looking up the cliff.
Hey, my god. Wait. My god is the god
Please
of
make
eagles.
an athletics check,
My god is the god of eagles. Send me
amongst
an
other things.
Send me an eagle. Okay, then I'll go. All right. What am I making here? Athletics.
So unless you have a climbing speed, it'll be an athletics check.
Great. Not good. 8.
So you are clambering up, having kind of a hard time, when a rock you place your hand on gives way. You go tumbling down and land in the gravel below for 5 points of damage as you kind of land with a thud, the wind knocked out of you. Meanwhile, Kovou, you're already on top of the cliff. You see there's a bunch of these sheep here. They're pretty big size. They have the basically kind of 4 horns. So they've got 2 that kind of curl up and 2 that kind of curl down. And they are pretty big for sheep. But yeah, they're just kind of hanging out, munching on some grass up there.
Wait, don't kill them yet. I have an idea.
I'll wait, I guess.
As you hear the distant shouting below, you also hear something else. Could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
That's a bit scary. I don't have any plus on wisdom, so that was just a 13.
Could you please make a second wisdom saving throw?
What?
Alright.
2.
19.
Could you please make a third wisdom throw?
Okay.
3.
A 2.
Azurea.
Okay, neat. I guess third time's the charm. Yes. So you hear what sounds like a trio of beautiful voices singing further in on the island. And you find yourself walking off that direction past the herd of sheep.
Damn it. Okay, wait. Can I see Kovou from the bottom of this cliff?
Unfortunately, no. Because you're standing at the bottom of the cliff, you can kind of see up, and you see, like, your companion on the edge of the cliff standing there, and then he kind of, like, tilts his head slightly and starts just making a line right through the herd of sheep.
I'll just try to climb up this thing as fast as possible because I can stop this, but I need to get up there.
Make another athletics check, please.
I'm so bad. I literally. I rolled a 17, which comes out to a 16.
All right. Well, you're not the best climber in the world. Eventually, by just sheer determination and grit, you managed to climb all the way up the rocky face here. Are now at the top near the herd of sheep. Meanwhile, a little bit of time has passed. Could you please make another wisdom save throw?
Yep.
Kovou?
8.
Okay. Meanwhile, since you're now hearing the sound for the first time, Falros, could you please make 3 wisdom saving throws?
Can I do something in response?
What would you like to do in response to that?
Hold on. Let me see which one's better. Can I deafen myself?
Cast blindness deafness on yourself?
Yeah.
Blindness, though?
Yes. Go ahead and roll initiative first, just to determine whether you're able to do that before you hear the sound.
Sure.
You're only trying to beat a 6 for that initiative check.
All right, I beat that. Yes.
Okay, yes, you are able to definitely cast deafness on yourself.
I make myself deaf.
Yeah, so you just clap your hands over your ears and take them away, and you're like, boy, that's a lot of ringing.
Yeah.
So yes, you in fact do not need to make 3 wisdom saves because you do not hear anything.
Okay. I'm coming for you. I can do it again, so don't worry. I'm coming.
Yeah, you also don't see Kovou, but you do see the trail Kovou, like the path Kovou took.
I will start sprinting. So I only got a minute
Okay.
of this, so.
Meanwhile, oh yeah. Meanwhile, Kovou, could you please make another wisdom saving throw to see if the effect wears
Alright.
off?
Oh, nat 1.
All right, it does not. Yes. So, it's apparently not your lucky day, Kovou. So, here's what happens. We're me on to initiative at this point. As you're now able to see what happens as you pass the tree line now. And for reference, back on the ship, Azurea, you can no longer see where they went. You saw them go up and then go past the sheep for some reason and keep going further into the woods up there. But meanwhile, back to the island, the number you're trying to beat for initiative is a 15.
Oh, am I? Is that me too?
Mhm.
Ooh, barely. 17.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, so you'll both be going first. So you can act in the order you want. You see that there's the trees up here. There's kind of a densely forested area, and you see that walking along right towards sort of like not really a pit. Actually, yeah, pit's the right term. No, sorry. Yes. So walking towards basically this like open, dug up hole. Kovou's making a beeline right for it, and you see perched in the trees above it. Although you don't hear the trees above it, there are 3 large birds, like almost ostrich-sized. And you see that on the peacock-like plumage of their tail feathers, there's what looks like a feminine face in the pattern of the plumage. For the person here who can hear, Kovou, the birds themselves are singing a marvelous song as you are walking towards them.
Can I cast? I'm going to attempt to cast, like, right on top of Kovou, silence in a 20-foot dome.
Okay. Kovou, since you are currently... You got a higher initiative than Falros, yes?
Yeah.
Could you please make one more wisdom saving throw?
$19.
Okay, so you're right at the edge of this pit when suddenly you snap out of it. You see that the pit you're at the very edge of is 30 feet deep and lined with sharp spikes of wood at the bottom.
I was close.
That it was. But yeah, so far as you see that Kovou kind of hesitates on the edge of the pit. Do you want to still lay down the silence?
He hesitates. No, if I see him hesitate, I won't.
Okay. What would you like to do instead? You still see the 3 birds perched up in the tree over there.
Let's see here. Let's cast. There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I will. How close together are they?
2 of them are perched on one branch, and the other one's perched a little ways off on a different branch.
Let's do. We could try it. I'll do hold person on one of them.
Okay. Let's see. So if the target is a humanoid, it needs to make a wisdom save. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You try to channel towards the bird perched in the tree. Nothing seems to happen to it.
Lovely. That's it.
Now I believe it is on to... actually, Kovou, since you made the save, because it was not the end of your turn, you actually have a chance to act now. You've already used all your movement for this round, but you can still take your action as you're on the edge of the cliff there.
Okay. I don't really know if there's anything I should do at the moment since I can't move.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have any abilities that are super useful at the moment. If you want, you could hold an attack action for when one of them gets close to you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so when one of them flies over, you're able to attack as a reaction before I can act. Speaking of that, on their action, all three of them will proceed to fly over towards you. You're welcome to go ahead and make that attack now against the first one.
Yeah, let's go ahead. 9 on the attack.
Is that with your bonus?
Oh, yeah, the bonus. Where is it? +7. That is 16, I think. Yeah.
All right, that will hit then.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll up some damage.
All right, 2d6. Yeah, no,
So glad I'm
that's
just surviving on
12.
Talking with the.
I mean, there's definitely worse places to be, apparently.
Yeah, I'm chilling with the Sphinx.
So how much damage in total again?
12.
Okay. Yeah, so you lash into that one. Feathers flying everywhere, blood splattering. It seems to be, moderately hurt by that. However, they intend to cause some moderate hurt to you. Could you please make a strength saving throw?
Oh, they're gonna push in.
Okay. I got a nat 1.
All right, they rolled pretty well, and that one is not going to do it. You've had remarkably bad luck today.
Yeah.
But yes, Kovou, you're kind of standing at the edge of the cliff. You're like swinging your sword. I think what happens is the fact that you put so much force behind swinging your sword in this thing that you lose your balance slightly. One of them swoops by and kind of like, pecks you in the middle of your back. You lose balance and go falling down into the pit. So you will hit the spikes at the bottom, and will be taking... Let's see here. If I can find another one of that type of die. There it is. You'll be taking a grand total of 20 points of piercing damage as you land on the sharpened wooden spikes at the bottom.
Okay.
Right.
Meanwhile, the other two birds that didn't end up needing to spend their actions to make the push attacks I thought they were going to, will proceed to swoop over towards the cleric. Falros, what is your armor class again?
'Tis 17.
17. All right. One will hit you with a claw attack. One will miss with the claw attack. So the claws will rake you for 4 points of slashing damage, and then they'll both try to peck you. Again, one hit, one miss. So you're pecked for an additional 4 points of piercing damage.
Have fun.
I know what I'm doing.
What could possibly go wrong?
I know what I'm doing on my next turn.
Okay, so that was that round. I'm going to jump back to the ship for a moment. So meanwhile, you've been hanging out with the Sphinx there. They've gone longer than you expected, probably. But meanwhile, the Sphinx will keep making conversation with you.
Hmm.
So, you value material, worldly goods?
I would say to
That
an
is why you seek Shimogi, is it not?
I would say to an
To an
extent.
extent.
Mhm.
What do you find more valuable?
Companionship.
Yes, I see we are on a means of speaking kindred spirits.
Mhm.
You have magic, yes?
I do.
Do not let it overwhelm you.
Why is that?
Magic carries with it great evil and suffering. All who use it are doomed eventually.
I can see that.
So I advise you be careful, child of water.
I definitely will.
Meanwhile, back on the island, we're back in time for initiative. The number you're trying to beat this round is 11.
Oh, nice. Barely again. What is math? 13.
I got a 6.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, lying on the ground in a pool of mud and your own bodily fluids, wooden
Yeah.
spikes through
Kovou
you.
is
It
so
makes sense to be time to take a
unlucky.
little bit of a breather.
Okay.
Poor Kovou.
So, for reference, I can do a leveled spell and a cantrip on the same turn, right?
That is correct. If one is an action and one is a bonus action.
But I think this one's only an action.
So, for example, like Misty Step and a cantrip would work.
Yeah. Okay. This is more important. Yeah. Okay. I will make sure I am. I'll back up a little. Ooh.
Would you like tax opportunity?
What?
So there are two of them next to you now. You could disengage if you have the ability, but
No,
otherwise
I
they
won't.
will definitely be attack of
I
opportunity. on
won't.
you.
Then I won't disengage. Can I see Kovou or no? Is he down in the pit?
Unfortunately, you cannot because Kovou is down a 30-foot drop a little ways away.
Okay. I will.
They did a remarkably good job keeping Kovou out of sight.
I will. Yeah, this is more important. This sucks that I just won't get to do anything, but I have to do this. I'll cast Thaumaturgy to make my voice really loud and go,
Okay.
"Help! We're gonna die!"
Back on the ship, you hear a distant echo. Help! We're gonna die.
I can't hear. I'm still deafened, but I was assuming.
Yeah,
Bonus.
even if it's a distance, it still seems louder than necessary, like someone was shouting it.
Yeah.
I can bonus action invoke duplicity. So I believe.
Okay.
Oh no, I can only wait. Oh no, I can only do that as an action. I move it as a bonus action.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
So never mind. That is literally it.
But probably helpful in the long run.
Yeah. Hopefully the Sphinx comes. That's the main plan.
But I believe it's now back to the monstrous bird's turn. These creatures will proceed to claw and peck at you, Falros. You're on plus 17, so that will be one set of claws hits, one misses. So you are scratched for 6 more points. One will manage to peck you, and the other one misses again for an additional 3 points.
Starting to add
As
up.
I imagine, you're starting to look a little bit now. Meanwhile, the one near the pit will swoop down and start attacking you while you're prone. So your request is 13, so the claws will hit you for 5 points of damage. And the peck will hit you for 4 more points.
All right. About to die again, guys.
Happens to the
low-
best of us.
I'm low too, so I can revive 2 people. So
That's a model to live by right there.
Okay.
But yes, Kovou, it is now your action as you are currently lying in the mud as a bird is trying to scratch and peck at you.
I mean, I'll have to attack back.
Seems fair. Would you like to use one of your bonus actions this round?
I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit.
Sounds good. Yes, you're granted 5 temporary hit points. You have advantage on your attack rolls this round.
Okay.
Then you go ahead and make your attacks.
All right, I got a 9 plus 7. That's 16.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay, so damage 2d6s. Uh, 5 damage.
Is that with the... don't forget you can reroll 1s and 2s.
Right. I just rerolled. That's 5 damage plus the added 4, which is 9.
Okay. It is still up. You're welcome to make your second attack now.
Okay. Alright, 19 plus 7. That'll hit. And then the damage. It's 9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
So 22 altogether. Between those 2 attacks, you cut and hack and slash at the creature, and it plummets to the ground, thudding into the mud next to you. So you're now currently at the bottom of a 30-foot deep pit, and your fly is worn off.
Yep. Can I climb out as a bonus action?
As just your movement, you can. Go ahead and make an athletics check, please.
Six.
So I think the thing is that, yeah, it's this kind of slippery, muddy slope. You're kind of limping at this point. You just keep climbing a little ways up and then slipping back down here. They definitely made it hard to get out if you don't have wings. Okay, so that is that round. So I think we are... Let's see. Yeah, I think that was all the actions that round, yes?
yes.
Okay. So meanwhile, back on the ship, yeah, you heard the distant cry for help.
I want to look to the Sphinx and ask if she will go help with me.
Very well, yes. Although I do not like to get my paws dirty, I can assist those who provided hospitality.
I would appreciate that.
She begins to beat her wings and will take off in flight.
Awesome, and I'm assuming I'm just gonna start trying to trek up that hill.
Yeah, just sort of hiking over. Yeah, so you start like running over. Next round, I'll have you make an athletics check to try to climb. All right. We are back to initiative. Everyone rolling initiative now. The number you're trying to beat is 20.
Okay.
22.
I got a 4.
I got a 16.
All right. So Falros, you'll be acting first.
So remind me, did Kovou kill one of them?
You weren't, because your character's currently deafened and you couldn't see. You don't know what's happening down in the pit. But next to you, there are two that are more than eager to keep mauling you.
I will cast Inflict Wounds. Yeah.
All right. Would you like to cast the higher level spell slot, or are you casting the first level spell?
Just a first.
All right. Go ahead and make a melee attack roll.
$20.
That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Alright. That's okay, so 3. 4. 50. Average.
15? Okay. So you strike it with the kind of like searing energy of your deity. It kind of flitters away a little bit. That definitely seemed to hurt it pretty seriously, but it is still up. And now I believe unless you have something else you'd like to do, I believe it's their actions.
No, that's it.
Okay. So they have no other targets they can see right now. They're just going to keep attacking you. This round, both the claw attacks hit for a grand total of nearly maximum damage. That is 17 points of damage from the claws. The good news is that only one peck hits for 4 more.
Oh, I'm at 2.
Yes, these birds are destroying you. Eagles may be the sacred animal of Baal, your deity, but clearly these ones are not friendly eagles like you've seen at the temples.
Yes, definitely not. Oh god.
Oh boy.
And I will note that one of them will wheel back away from you in flight. You are welcome to make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Yep, doing that.
Are you using your named weapon?
That doesn't really. I don't think I ever named it. But I'll.
Well, what is your weapon's name?
It's the weapon. No name.
The weapon with no name?
The weapon with no name, yeah. Name redacted. No name.
All right. So as you attack with no name, go ahead and make an attack roll.
10.
10 total. That will not be enough to hit. So just the uninjured one is staying in melee with you. Okay. Now I'm gonna do Kuvou's action next, as you currently stand next to a dead bird at the bottom of the pit.
Okay, I'm gonna climb out again. Or try to.
All right. Make a fresh athletics check, please.
$17.
17. Okay, yes. Clamber up. You're going to have to use a dash action if you want to leave the pit entirely this round. To do so, you are able to leave the pit this round.
I'll leave the pit this round.
Sounds good. Yeah, so you haul yourself up over the side. You're covered in mud now. If you'd like, you'd use your second wind to get some extra hit points.
Yeah, let's do that. So that's
You know,
1d10
generally,
plus
you know, not a bad option to take when you're down some hit points as a fighter.
Yeah. D10. D10. Okay. I get 14 health points back.
All right, so you're feeling a lot better. You know, most of it's just kind of a flesh wound. You just got kind of grazed by the wooden spikes. Kind of shake it off for the most part. You do see, on the other hand, someone who is not looking nearly as good and has lots of claw and pecking marks.
Hey.
But meanwhile, could you please, for Azurea, please make a athletics check to try to climb the cliffside.
Please.
I got an 18.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so you easily climb the cliffside. You're now standing next to the field of sheep. We are back to initiative. The number you're trying to beat this time is 16.
Where's the damn
Uh-oh.
sphinx?
I mean, it was a ways to fly.
I got a nat 20.
I got an
Plus,
18.
plus 3, 23.
23 as well.
All right, you are all acting first this round.
Great. I will cast. I will swing with my with no name at the one close to me. So that's math 24 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. And then damage is that's good. That's 12 damage.
All right. Yes, you smash into. Can you remember what type of weapon No Name is?
Rapier. Finesse.
Rapier. So not smash. That's probably the incorrect usage here.
Piercing.
Yes, you gouge into the bird with No Name. That seemed to have been a fairly effective blow, although it was previously uninjured.
Yeah.
So you now have one injured bird near you and one a little ways off. Speaking of birds and injuries, which one would you like to act next?
Yeah, I have a bonus action really quick. That's kind of important.
Oh, yes, you do. Sorry.
Yeah, I will healing word
What bonus
myself.
action would you like to take? Probably a good plan.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Oh, great. 5. The lowest.
Could be worse. I mean, I suppose not worse in that case, but it could have been damage instead of healing. But yes, Kovou, you can see that a bird is attacking your companion and another one is flying. And Azurea, as you kind of like rush over there, kind of into the woods a little bit, you are now within bow shot and able to see what's happening.
Okay. I would like to cast Favored Foe.
Oh, you'd like to use Fair Foe?
Yeah.
Would you like to pick the one that is flying or the one that is, or the one that's attacking your companion?
The one that's attacking my companion.
Okay. Actually, I realized that you, do you mean Slayer's Prey?
Yes, sorry. Yes.
No worries. Yeah, sorry. A lot of features to keep track of with the Ranger. All right. You're welcome to go ahead and make some attack rolls against it.
I would like to attack with Water's Touch. And then let's do 16 plus 9, so I got a 25 total. And then let's see, D8. And then a 10 with piercing.
Yeah, so
damage.
would you like to also use your Would you like to also use your favored foe now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be 2d6 plus a d8 plus 4.
D6 plus a D8 plus 4. Okay. 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. So 17 total.
17. Yes, you fire the arrow. It will thud into your opponent, and it is looking pretty rough at this point. But it is still barely up.
Okay.
Would you like to make your second attack now?
Yes. So let me... Is it another one of the 2D, or just a normal?
It'll just be a d8 this time. Yeah, you only get those for your first attack for each of the bonuses.
All right, so I got a 2.
Nice.
2 damage or 2 to hit.
Rolling the D8, I got a 2.
Got it. For 6 points total, or do you like to re-roll it because you haven't re-rolled yet?
Let's re-roll it just in case.
Seems fair.
Okay, so
I mean, it's hard to do worse than 2.
got a 4, and then plus 4 is 8.
Okay. Yes, that is a lot better. That arrow will strike it, and it falls down dead, leaving just the one bird that is kind of flying up towards the middle.
Okay.
So Kovou, you are currently now standing on the edge of the pit, covered in mud, and see the last of these birds kind of flying in the middle of this little area.
If I were to, is it within reaching distance? Like, how high up is it?
It is currently flying up about 15 feet in the air.
Okay, not reaching distance.
You could throw a weapon at it if you like.
Oh, could.
No way this man's got ninja stars.
I don't.
You could just hurl a sword at it if you like.
I'm gonna. Can I cast Gust of Wind to send it back down to the ground?
Let me read the text of the spell. I'm pretty sure you can, but I'll check real quick. Let's see. Gust of Wind. Direction you choose. So Gust of Wind pushes targets away from you. If you wanted, you could probably try to climb a tree and then push down with it.
Sure. Let's climb a tree.
All right. Make those athletics checks you love so much.
All right. 15.
Okay, yeah, you climb a tree, no problem. You kind of clamber up onto the edge of it there, and it will proceed to basically call upon wind to blast down at you. Leaves are flooding everywhere, feathers are fluttering everywhere. And then on its turn, it'll need to make a strength save. What is your saving throw DC?
You said my AC?
Your saving throw DC should be listed next to your spellcasting.
Okay. 13 plus 5 to hit.
Okay, yeah, so 13. It does not beat a 13. So it thumps into the ground below. Is currently pinned to the ground there. It will try to just fly away at this point since it is vastly outnumbered. You see it fly up past the trees a ways. And then hear a crunch. After a moment, you see the Sphinx walk out of the forest. I see you left one for me.
Eat the thing. Eat the damn pang.
I am rather tired now that I have stopped your little pest. I shall return to your ship.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
An evening breeze will take flight and head back towards the, was it the flaming pony?
Yeah.
Pony baby.
All right. Yeah, so you have stopped these strange birds, and there is still the flock of sheep nearby.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on myself.
That sounds like a plan.
I'll roll it online because it's a lot. 13. Healing. Do you need anybody else need healing?
I'm good.
All right, cool.
I took no damage.
Let's kill some sheep.
I mean, to be fair, taking no damage really is the archer way of life.
Yeah.
So, how do we want to kill these sheep here? And we can weapon it. We can. They're not that strong. One swing probably does it. Or someone.
Yeah, they're not that clever either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably less cunning than the last foes you faced.
Probably a little bit.
I think we just one arrow each.
Actually, I think I have a. Let me see. I do. I have a short bow, so I can use
It's
that.
entirely possible. But needless to say, hunting sheep is not a terribly difficult task, and with some time and effort, you are able to kill a handful of them.
Great. Now we got to get them down.
But that is more of the problem, yes. Because yeah, I will also know, just standing around here with a pretty solid knowledge of nature, these sheep are definitely like not just like a wild flock of sheep, but they're definitely a herd of sheep. And you've seen no other animal life here other than those birds so far.
I can. Do they? Mage hand definitely can't carry that.
Yeah, these sheep are heavier than the necessary 10 pounds, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Let me see.
I mean, we get all 3 of us.
Could I use Call to the Wave to create like a downhill stream to just like float them down?
So I believe you could use create water, then use shape water to kind of flow them down. Sure.
I think that would
yeah, so you spend some time and some magic.
Big brain.
But yes, if you want to spend, if you want to spend some time, you'll probably also take all your first level spell slots too. But you are able to spend the energy and effort to create such a small waterfall off the side of this cliff here, and sort of use your control over the water to cause them to gently drift down after a while. It takes about an hour to get the whole process done and over with, but eventually you do have 4 sheep brought down.
Nice. Worth it.
But yeah, you're able to haul the sheep back to the ship.
Perfect. Now
Yeah, they're ship-shaped sheep.
Let's go. It's just a bunch of sheep. We gotta like skin it and whatever.
Harvest it.
So if you want to, yes, you want to properly prepare the sheep, that would be a survival check from one of you.
I'll do it.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a
You're also wondering if one of you
survival.
wants to take the help action to give advantage to this.
I'll help because I'm.
Okay, so be with advantage.
All right, I got an 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay. Yeah, you prepare the sheep well enough. You know, you've had some experience with basically hunting animals and all that, and they're sheep. They're relatively easy animals to prepare, all things considered. Yes. You now have some mutton ready to go.
Perfect.
As is fitting, the Sphinx will take the lion's share.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Excited. Does she like it raw?
Yeah, so
or
there's
cooked?
she prefers it cooked.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll be eating about 2.5 of the sheep you brought back.
Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
But again, night has actually it was night when you set off on the island, wasn't it? So yes, it is now well into the morning then.
Oh. Okay.
This marks the 3rd day of my request for hospitality from you. And as you have served it admirably, I am willing to bestow a boon upon you.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you request?
Wow.
What do we request?
Can we talk amongst ourselves for a moment?
Very well.
Thank you. What do we want?
Do we know like how far we are away from the island at this point?
No. I feel like
You could certainly ask for that. Based on the map, you have a vague idea you're still a couple days away from it, maybe a few days away from it.
I think learning more about the people like the hooded figures and the island itself is probably
Yeah.
more useful.
I'm down with that.
Okay. So if you want
We would like to learn more about the people of the island and these figures that you had seen before you came across us.
Very well. I shall grant you 5 questions and 5 only. Ask.
Who are these people in relation to the island?
They wish to seek its return. They believe that those who dwell upon it shall inherit this world.
Okay. Can I ask my colleagues?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
That's
I'm just asking in general terms. Can I ask my colleagues a question before asking the Sphinx these questions?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome to confer what you want to ask.
Okay. I'm gonna confer with you guys. Is it a wise question to ask? Are these like previous island inhabitants? Like, are these the original civilization that was here, or the people that took over?
I think that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll ask the Sphinx: are these people previously inhabitants of the island, or are they the people that cast the curse on the people to begin with?
The hooded figures, or those who they seek?
The hooded figures.
The hooded figures have not ever been to the island, but they have learned its whereabouts.
Okay. I guess. Wait. Confer here. Maybe another good question is like, is there anything we should look for to like point out? Oh, we're here at the island. Is there any like landmark that marks it?
That would be smart. I would also like to see, like, conferring here. I would like to. What did she just say? Oh, what was the last part of that sentence? I had a really good question with it. Can't remember. It's blinking in my head.
We were gonna ask maybe something about the history of the island.
Yeah, it was something in relation to the hooded people. Like, it'll come back to me. But you can ask the question about the landmarks.
Okay, is there any?
The last thing she said was that they are not from the island, they've never been there, but they have learned of its whereabouts.
Okay, I remember my question. I was gonna to confer with the group. How did they learn of its whereabouts?
I'm cool with that. So we've used two. So why don't we do? How have they learned of the whereabouts, landmarks, and basic history of the island?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So the third question that we have is, how did these hooded people learn of its whereabouts?
I suspect they have uncovered a map. Or perhaps caught a glimpse of one. As she says that, she makes sure she looks individually at each and every one of you.
Okay. Our fourth question is, are there any landmarks to look for to make sure that we are at the island?
Yes, there should be a vast edifice of warped black stone. One of twisting and unnatural shape.
Okay. And then our last question is, can you please give us a brief history of the island?
Very well. A lifetime ago, or I suppose for your species, many, the island was a place of magic. The Shemergians had no want for anything, able to call up gold and command the sea and the sky alike. They were decadent. They chose to focus their magic on frivolous things, on growing more powerful and holding temporal office, commanding over those who reside around them. After some time, the gods saw fit to strike them down, and with them their island sunk. But, being powerful sorcerers, this is not the end of them. They have learned to adapt.
All right. Cool.
Your questions answered and my hospitality finished, I shall now depart. Fare thee well.
One last thing, if you don't mind.
Very well.
Because you didn't answer this the first time we met. What are your thoughts on eagles?
Eagles? They are vain, pretentious birds.
Yep. Really pretentious.
I enjoy them dearly.
To eat?
Perhaps.
That's great.
And with those final words, she will take flight, vanishing back up into the clouds again.
Amazing. Goodbye. See you. Don't come back.
So here seems like a decent place to leave things off, as you've just completed the hospitality of Ride of the Evening Wind. So yes, thank you all for playing. This was quite a bit fun.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Alright.
So I'm assuming there's a
But
part
yes,
two
have
to
a
this?
good evening.
Yep, you too.
There will be a continuation when we can schedule one.
All right.
Any last words for stream, anybody?
No, thank you all for joining.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Tune in for episode 2 to be tweeted out at a later date.
Indeed.
Alright, good night, everybody.